topics, whether conscious or cosmic. It's never nonsense, mega levels are microscopic. It's a Killah Priest project, AD control the rocket. Before we land the plane, many things we engage and explain. The unexplained, without mask. Welcome to the Killah Priest podcast. Killah Priest podcast. Allah's man. Peace and blessings to everyone who's coming into the building. Welcome to another episode of Killah Priest Podcraft. I have to do that verse over to say Podcraft because I said podcast if you're listening. I'm your host, Killah Priest, and running the rock is none other than ADA Dizzle.
Peace, what's good? Welcome back. It's going to be a wild show. You
Hey.
already know. Let's go.
Hey, on my side is nothing but Coach Solomon,
Peace, what's good, y'all?
a.k.a. Solo Jim.
Solo Jim.
Right, shout out to that, bro.
It's official.
Yeah, it's official.
It's official now.
Shout out to Knowledge. I don't want shout outs out for that.
Shout out to Knowledge Born.
Yeah.
Shout out to Knowledge
Yeah.
Born out there. And what about our architects? We call our moderators over here architects, and we got the Brown Buffalo. Danny Selena has always been up there. Can't wait to hear Danny. Always got mixed up with that. And shout out to the Royal Priesthood. You know what I mean? Shout out to Overkill. I see you in the building. He said family's health, happiness, and love. And that's love to you too, brother. We have Voltage coming in. We have Jared Jameson. Shout out. I see some wonderful heads today. Somebody said nice shirt. Thank you, man. You see I got the shirt on. We're going to have Napah Shadah today. She's going to
Available now.
okay.
Get yours.
Hey.
You got to get
Let's-
yours.
yeah, we gotta get yours, gotta get mine. Yeah, these shirts feel good too. I'm telling you, when you get them on, it gives you good thoughts. And I'm not just capping, not capping at all.
100% cotton.
Oh, that's what it is. We went from, if you want to pick cotton,
Oh, man.
some real talk, real talk.
All
This is
right.
the cotton you pick. We went from picking cotton. This is the cotton you want to pick because now you're in the driver's seat, you're in the mental, and you say, okay, I'm still on that plantation, but the plantation is the plan. You're rotating.
Yeah.
This is another level. We leveling up now. We're gonna let you get into it. We're gonna let you get into it, man.
Yeah, if y'all saw, I wore it actually on Monday.
I didn't even realize
It's
that.
crazy,
So,
right? I actually wore it. It was very comfortable. You know, I felt good in it. You know, it was good on the skin. No rashes, nothing like that you get from other fake cheap shirts. So it was a great shirt, you know. So
Exactly.
support it.
Exactly. So today's math, AD, wisdom. I mean, that's if you add that up, that's knowledge. So 2 1s is we were kicking it all day.
Mm.
And I've been seeing double numbers all day. Yeah, all
Word.
day for a while. Dang. Going into this whole solar thing and kicking it with Silo. Silo is on Forest of the Happy Ever After.
Ooh,
What?
yeah.
Make that
Surprise.
surprise you on there, yo. Make some noise.
Yeah, man.
Where bomb at, brother?
Mom's right there.
We the baddest. Yo, that's I'm super proud of you, Salo. You made the album. Shout out to Voltage.
Right on time, too.
Right on time.
Because they about to put that in the print.
We was about to put that in the print. We hold the horses. Shout out to
Hold on, one more song.
John Newman. He told me to say his name right, so I'll make sure I say it right. You know what I mean? You know, when we on the Podcraft, shout out to Divine Bean. He came through here last time with the tats on the face and just was going in on the knowledge. And then, yo, man, he made, Flat Earth. He had to step up. That was beautiful.
Mhm.
That was beautiful. You know, making things clear, you know what I'm saying? Don't get triggered. I know my round globers be like, yo, like AD sitting up there with a smile on his face. The earth.
Nah.
The earth. He said the earth. That's why he said the earth. He called us the earth, right?
Yeah.
What if the earth is round?
Heart, earth.
Well, we could do hurt. You know, say, what hurts you? Music. 420 hurts me. And it brings me up to a higher hertz frequency. See, we can take our hurt and our pain and turn it into frequency that'll make us elevate. What hurts your feelings? and you could instantly think of music. Oh man, I'm 420.
Because
420 hertz.
your feelings are electric motion. That's why they're called motion. You know how we get an email?
Yep.
It's an electric mail.
That's true.
You know how you have your emotions?
Uh-huh.
It's electric motion.
Our emotions.
It's all happening inside you, but you can control that.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
that's dynamic.
Great wisdom right there.
Electric motion.
Electric motion. We're moving. We are electric motions. We're moving in the motion every day. People go through emotions. Now I was born in the building. He said, peace, Almighty God, Insof, Killah Priest, Coach Solomon, Jim, the Architect D, Rocketeers in the building, and the Craftsman. Shout out to the Craftsman and to the, what's the name? So Solomon, we're gonna jump into you before the great Napah Shadah comes through, because she said she got a lot of energy out there. Sometimes you take energy. Let me speak up for the sister. Because negative, I'm telling you, energy is energy. What you put in is going to a lot of people be putting people down, and but that just makes pressure makes diamonds shine.
Mm-hmm.
Shine bright like a diamond. Hey, look at me to look at you. So all the pressure could create your light. I know somebody just said, F this mother. I felt the energy. Man. I felt it. I physically felt that. Like when I said that, I saw somebody, I felt somebody turn off the tube. Turn it off. Like Teddy Pendergrass, turn it off.
Oh, hell no.
Turn off. Word. Turn off the mic. Because it's a scandal. Doom, 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 doom. Don't give it too much props, please. Please. God, turn it off.
Damn.
They be turning off that YouTube. Somebody said hurts by belief and outlooks. As y'all come in, we're gonna go into the somebody laughing. But real, we're gonna go into the Coach Solomon, Wisdom of Solomon. I know you got some stuff for today. We gotta give some theme music.
All right, see that. Okay.
You know what I mean?
You gonna just run into it?
We're gonna let them build up a little bit before.
Yeah.
I think we should get into it. I mean,
because you got to drop a topic, right?
Yeah. What's
the topic?
Yeah, what you want to do?
My topic was change.
Change.
So, you know, I kind of thought of this where, like, you know, it's a new season. The beginning of the season just started. Changing months is changing. You know, we're about going to April. And I thought of it as, like, you know, change yourself and improve yourself. That's why they have spring cleaning, right? You spring clean because you want to take out all them old and dirty stuff. And, you know, you want to freshen out your apartment. And that's how I think of it. So same thing goes into yourself. So I was thinking that, you know, changing yourself and writing down some goals that, you know, you want to work on yourself. You want to work out. You want to lose some weight. Better relationships and like stuff like that. Like that's kind of been what was on my mind for the past couple of days. So I was like, you know what? Create goals for yourself and bettering yourself. And that's making routines for yourself. That's been what I want to talk about. That's kind of where I'm headed towards.
Change,
yeah. Because you gotta keep growing as people. And first you gotta take the first step into growing. And that's the main thing about change, you know? So, you know, it could be anything what you want to do. Cleaning your apartment, doing whatever what you want to do, and bettering yourself.
Yeah, that's funny that you say that. Change comes. It's so hard sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Change come into kind of like start with yourself, and some, you know, we look into the mirror sometimes.
Yeah.
What do you say about mirror saying, "I know I need change, but I won't change. I'll keep that hate inside, and I'll let that hate marinate to a tomb."
Yep.
Stop hating. Change. This has been brought to you. Uplifting. Yeah, exactly. You gotta put yourself on camera though. You gotta see you do it.
Yeah, man.
Hate, it's not the way to go.
Not. It's definitely not. You gotta better yourself.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, better yourself. And
So how do we start? I mean, it's like I struggle. Sometimes we go through a lot of stuff, right? And then there'll be dark moments. We all go into dark moments sometimes, and we gotta like. And I'm listening to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Really. Like we
It's all about taking that first step. Like I'm gonna use cleaning your house as a good example, right? Like let's say your room is messy,
right.
and you got clothes all everywhere,
Lord,
your
no.
bed's all messy and stuff like that. All it starts with is pick up that first shirt and folding it and putting it away. That's where it starts. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to be you just grab a bunch of clothes and just throw them somewhere.
Right.
You want to take a small, reasonable, realistic step into making change. Right? If I want to clean my room, right, I need to fold my clothes, but take it at one shirt at a time. It doesn't have to be done in one day, but just take your time and expand yourself to having that moment, you know?
Right.
Because without it, I mean, if you don't take that first step, if you could rush yourself, you're not going to really clean your room. You're going to create more mess. You know what I mean? You got to make your bed first. You got to know how to make your bed and fold your shirts, if you understand what I'm saying.
Patience.
Yes, patience. Have patience with yourself and look at what the scenario is. Okay, I got to clean my room. It's a little messy. If I don't start with one shirt, then I'm never going to do it. I'm going to keep pushing it back till later on.
Right.
And that could cause more problems. You could make your room more messy and never cleaning it up. Or you could clean up your room partially and still it will never get as clean as it could possibly be.
All right,
So
I got to deal with that.
Yeah.
For real. Sometimes we want to get but that's a good start.
Yeah, that's a realistic way. I mean, that's the easiest way I could put it. You know what I mean? You got to take that first realistic step. Realistic. Because a lot of people sometimes be like, all right, I'm going to lose 100 pounds in one day. No, that's not going to happen. Take it as a realistic step. Lose 10 pounds in a span of a week or two, you know?
Right.
Work on yourself and keep prospering on that. And that's how you realistically get over it.
Okay, I got you.
Technically, the body can lose weight about 2 pounds per week
Oh, see?
in a healthy way. If you're losing faster than 2 pounds a week, you probably should go to the hospital.
Oh, that's a good point. So,
You know what I'm saying?
but with that knowledge, I mean, if you lose 2 pounds in one day, right? You said one day, right?
In a week.
In a week, 2 pounds in 1 week. So if
That's a healthy weight loss, 2 pounds a week.
okay.
Yeah.
So look, and that's more realistic.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to lose 100 pounds, understand that it might take a couple months.
You got to do the math, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, I give it. And that was man. Look at Solomon coming through with some
Going
knowledge,
in.
dropping and going
I
in.
mean, like, you know,
One step at a time.
yeah, one step.
Yeah, one step
That's
at a
right.
time.
Make
That's
that
true.
change.
Yeah, you got
that's a
to
fact,
make
yo.
that change. What it is when the season, but do we wait till the seasons change to get started? Or
I
the seasons,
mean,
like temperatures, like
oh, see, I mean, that's a good start. I mean, it's springtime. You know, I could use this as another analogy. Like, you know, it's about to be summertime. And, you know, maybe you want your body looking right. You know, maybe you want to impress some ladies, right? And you gotta understand that it's the spring right now.
right?
It's gonna come into summer.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna go outside. You want to put your shirt off. You want to look like you want to flex your muscles. And you know, you gotta do it like that.
I'm in the gym. You flexing on me.
I mean,
But everybody got that body, man. You got your right age and stuff. You don't got to do too much. I was walking up a hill out in AZ, and when I was walking up the hill, I told Napah, goes, yo, you know what, cats? What if we were 16 years old? And it's like, well, you know, gotta think about that. Walking up, it was a good exercise too. Very mental, very, very up in our stratosphere and our alpha mental brain. Relaxation, dopamine was pouring out, fountain style. I mean, it was good. Till these 16-year-olds ran up there. And I'm like, wow, damn, they was just a whole bunch of them just running up the hill.
Yeah.
It wasn't spiral. I was like, damn. Somebody told me like breath and things go in rings, but I was like, man, you see that youth would do and take advantage of it in time. And you don't even have to be young in age. You could be young in spirit.
That's true. Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you watch those. You know, you probably watch those 16-year-olds. Like, could I do that? Am I able to still do that?
Man, I would have fell right down that hill. Jack and Jill, we was Jack and Jilling. You know.
Oh yeah, okay, I got you.
Shout out to Saga. Yeah, I see Jody last.
That's true.
Hey, Salo, somebody said, oh, Aurora, shout out to Aurora. He says, dope shape priest. Thank you, man. Thanks, AD.
Peace.
AD put this one together. This is dope.
Yep.
Go get your Podcraft shirt now, because what we're gonna do together, we're all gonna drink tea, and we're gonna start early while you dropping your jewels. Wisdom of Solomon hour. Make sure y'all drop something in this super chat. And hit the super chat over here. What's your Cash App?
Yeah, my Cash App. You can hit the Cash App, you know.
And make sure y'all tell people to subscribe, because we may not be here tomorrow. You never know, man. It's a blessing to be here now and to experience what we experienced. We met up with Dave Flores, which is a dope tattoo artist also.
Oh yeah. If y'all ain't know.
If y'all didn't know that brother, man, whole thing. And we just got so much. I'm just so excited. So much music and art and stuff that's coming out. I built with Lil Da Vinci, talked about a lot of good things, and expanding this whole thing. You know what I mean? And it's real. And I put a call back into some of my people from NY, Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to NY, Brooklyn, Harlem.
New York.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx. In the Bronx.
That's the Bronx, man.
And I called up Columbia too, South Carolina. There's some people out there. They make moves. Shout out to Big Man. You know what I mean? All right, so right now, while we doing this, I want everybody to get your tea. If you got tea toes, you know what I mean? It's vodka. If you got whiskey, but if you're drinking water and you want to be in your Zen mode, we're drinking today. I can't read Chinese, but
that green bag looks invisible in your hands.
So right. But the light's here.
Yeah, you
Put
can see the perimeter.
Yeah. All right, so we're drinking Chinese green tea, pure, beautiful, not Japanese sencha. Because a lot of people like, I told y'all, sencha is a calm and smooth type of thing. The whole thing about this is the bag is green and the tea says green, but look, it's honey color.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna pour you first.
All right.
Give you a nice, warm, long pour.
Okay.
Hope y'all pouring too. Y'all can throw some turmeric in it if you're feeling good.
All right.
Some of y'all may want to put Manuka honey in there. If you want to get raw, you want to pour long, come down. Shout out to all my tea pours.
Get your Podcraft mug right there.
Somebody wants some delicious, because they have to pee. It sounds like I said that, but for my people that's drinking their own urine, that's a thing. You know what I'm saying? So cats are going into that purifying thing. If you're strong enough, takes some time. But this is tea. We get water now. We got some water with the liquor coming off of the tea leaf. And we want to say peace, shalom.
Shalom, peace.
Solid. Cool. Namaste.
Namaste. Okay.
Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa.
All right.
Are you coming with us to the store? Namaste.
Right.
Mine's have priesthood on it.
Mine says priesthood. Mine says Coach Solomon.
Coach Solomon.
So we doing? All right. Right there.
Eye to Eye is drinking with us, and the rest of the craft room is coming in. We're gonna go in today on some time lapping. Somebody said they drinking. Art King said he got Tennessee whiskey. Where's that moonshine at?
Moonshine? Oh, nah, moonshine is a different element. Shit.
Well, let's keep it positive and keep it, not saying that nothing's negative, but what you drinking, AD?
Coffee.
What you think? Coffee, what kind of coffee?
With a tablespoon of organic creamer.
Okay.
From Whole
You always
Foods.
throwing extra from Whole Foods. You throw Whole Foods in there. Make some noise for Whole.
I make
Whole
bold
Foods.
moves at Whole Foods.
You a cold dude.
That's right.
Man, if you haven't went to Erewhon yet, you know
I got to.
Gotta
That's
go
next.
now.
I'm ready for Erewhon. I think I'm ready to graduate.
Cali, yo.
Yeah.
Erewhon is Jewish, so it's like an upscale, like, you know what I mean, like you're in Erewhon. Now,
They have like a bar for everything in there, like like where you sit down
yes.
and you can
Tinctures.
enjoy the cheese bar. And then you got another spot and they're like making burritos and tacos and you just sit there.
Exactly.
It's like, this is crazy. It's almost like you're in a trade show,
That's right.
but it's a bougie market.
Take a buck. Bring at least 100. They throw that extra 20 if you go in there because you're gonna see. Unlike because you got Whole Foods got their little section right here.
Right.
And you meet John. Hello, but see, you got these cats. When you come in there, it's like the music change, like ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
And then it's like, what's up? You know what I mean? I'm into organic, sea moss. I got some sea moss. They don't just have the sea moss on there. Shout out to Eye to Eye.
Yo, wait, so they got sea moss
helps.
at Erewhon.
Do they got sea moss? You can come in there with your own. Talk to the owners, and if they find you right, they let you put it up there.
Yeah.
Next week, you may have your stuff up in there. They have dragon. They have all type of things, man. In Erewhon, they have glass. They have this. You know how you put your collectible kung fu characters. You might have collectibles. You have them inside the bears and stuff like that. They have collectibles of tinctures.
Oh, word? Okay.
Yeah, they have keys for them.
Okay.
So you just can't grab them and try them. They have to come out with the keys.
Right.
They go to the back. They say, "Oh, you want that? It's $99."
Yo, they got videos about it. Going to LA's bougiest grocery store.
Come on,
Wow.
Erewhon.
Talk about it.
How Erewhon became America's most expensivest.
Yeah, let's do it.
What $100 gets you at world's most expensivest grocery store? Yo,
That's number one.
they're doing straight up videos and calling Erewhon bougie. That's
right.
on YouTube.
Let's go.
Yo, you can do anything now on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
We need to figure out. I need to get a laptop so that we can go live and go on the road.
Shout out to bRAgadino. bRAgadino is up in here. He's still Royal Priesthood. Yeah, I see him over there. Shout out to bRAgadino, man.
He's redeemed himself.
Redeemed. Yeah. Especially Divine Being, but he been hitting me up. Man. And, sometimes you have waves in the ocean, but the waves in the ocean keeps the boat moving.
Yeah.
And the waves are up and downs. So we all waves. We all musical. It's music, sonic. You know what I mean? JJ Fad, supersonic. We are super beings that's moving at an incredible speed with emotions and everything. And then we're creating this sun that's going to shine light on everyone. You know what I mean? So back to Salo. So talk to us more about what's going on.
I mean, back to what I was saying about the change?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, the first step, I mean, I would say how I'll go about it would be just to write it down. Like if you want to change something and have a realistic goal, you want to write it down. You know what I mean? So you could actually take steps to, accomplish it. Because a lot of people don't really do that. People put their thoughts out there, but they don't write it down. And you got to start writing it down just to make sure something could actually happen. And, every time you just check off a step, that's the easy way to doing it. Like if you want to change something, you want to fix something, and it could be anything. It could be big or small, whatever you want to do. Like that's pretty much what I'm even talking about right now. Like change the season. I want to improve as a person. Yeah, just make realistic steps. That's ultimately the real part of it.
Right.
Write down routines on how to accomplish those type of stuff.
Bruh.
Keep building.
Yeah. I got you. But if you want to,
Damn, you gonna let that ring? I'm about to spit a verse to that.
I'm trying to stop that sound, man. All right.
Okay. All right.
Open.
Okay. Well, you just want to
Yeah.
improve
the Zoom.
yourself and do better. Yeah, that's pretty much what I want to say. Like,
Oh, shit.
like it's a lot. I could go into a lot of different ways of changing yourself, which is like health, relationships. It could be anything. It could be anything you want to go into.
Right.
You got all that?
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Yeah.
Man. Want to keep the vibe up.
Mhm.
Keep the vibe on a positive. You know what I'm saying? So Napah says she's been back there since 5:30. You got to let us know. You know what I mean?
Why? But you know I'm here.
I didn't know.
Let in.
No, we didn't know. If it,
Well, you didn't know. You didn't know I was gonna be here.
yeah, we knew. Definitely, I shouted you out. I said, Napah is coming to the Podcraft,
Okay,
and
I
I
was
was
here.
waiting. And I was waiting for a confirmation.
I was in the back.
Okay. Well, you're here now. What's up? What's up, Napah? What's good with you?
What's up? What's up?
You hear us?
Yes, you.
Yeah, I hear you. Hi. How is everybody going? How's everybody doing?
Good.
Okay.
Doing great. Doing great. How you doing?
I'm good. I actually was going to do a presentation today, and I wanted to see if that's still possible.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you was back there and you was listening to us, I set you up. I told everybody that you're coming on to drop some knowledge today. You wasn't here last time. Well, we glad you're back.
Yeah, I wasn't because the trolls, but then I just figured, why would I let them run my life?
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
We got
Alright.
a super chat here from Danny Salinas. He says, "Peace to Brother Glow, aka Lord Son, and peace to the Wisdom Prince Solomon.
Thank you.
Can you play China Ants for the craft, Priest?"
Hey,
Yeah, we're gonna play that video at the end of the show.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it. We might play some exclusive. I'm very excited today.
Yeah.
Today, I mean, Salo made the album. That was
That's
incredible. That was dope.
So I'm working on my own.
Hey,
that's the real truth.
Hey, if you're expanding, if you're not expanding your time, you're wasting your time. Like I said before, we spend too much time on worrying about, like Napah said, trolls and people that, and they just set up to hold you back. But what you really got to do is focus on yourself and on bettering yourself and how to get to that level where you'll be super. You know what I'm saying? So that's for everyone out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to Alton. That's for everyone that's out there. Look, we're living proof that you can go through anything. You go through hell to come out right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so without further ado, we're going to bring on Napah Shadah, and you can lead us to where you're going to take us at today.
Yeah. Okay. So can you see me? Okay, because sometimes it'll just be you and Solomon, and you cannot see me. So can you see me all right?
Yeah, we see you.
Okay, great. So I thought I might come on and talk about a couple of things, like as far as relating some science to the Bible. And also maybe we could, I don't know if you already did intro it, but the information about this woman, what's going on with women, and actually the objectification of men, and how women actually are objectifying themselves in order to objectify men. I'm talking about Instagram, but I mean, those are two different topics. So I want to ask you, Priest, which one you want to start with, because we had already discussed that I was gonna do those two different things.
Oh yeah, definitely. I would say this is a toss up. I say just go with what your spirit feels, and we can go in. I'm in a cheese zen mode right now, so I'm liquored up with tea. Green tea. So
That's
everything
awesome.
that comes, we embrace it on the craft. Let's go.
Okay. So let's start with the more positive information, I guess we could say.
No, let's start with negative.
No, both topics are.
I'm just joking. I'm joking, Greg.
What did you say?
You didn't hear me? No, you said let's start with something positive. I said no, let's start with that negative.
Yeah, well, that's okay. The information that I'm talking about when I say positive, because the information about the objectification is sad. So, I mean, it's still edifying and we need to bring awareness to it. But I want to start out with just the science in the Bible. This is going to be really quick because I had been doing research. Remember, I was talking to you about the time and, everything is present and there is no past, there's no future. Well, obviously, there's so many conversations that I didn't even think about going on as far as science, philosophy and science. We've got the theory of relativity, block universe. I was calling it time stacking, but basically, obviously I'm not the only one. that has embraced that concept.
Time stacking?
No, well, I called it time stacking, but
well, the Crips call it stacking. It's a like, go ahead, just light it up. Go ahead. No, I like time stacking because you're making something that's crazy into something that's beautiful.
Right. So, like, I was doing some research on it, and I thought I might relate it to the Bible, just starting little baby steps and talking about entropy. And basically, I can just get my PowerPoint, share it. The entropy relates to the flow of time, because I had, like I said, Priest, when I was talking to you about it, remember I was like, it's not, time isn't linear, really. It's not like a timeline, even though we hear about it. It's not really happening in a progression, but there is a flow of time. There is a flow of time, and entropy relates to that flow, and it also relates to our consciousness. So let me share my PowerPoint, if I could. Let me see, share screen.
Share my screen.
So I'm not sharing the system audio. Yes, okay. All right, so this is just something I threw together really quickly. It's not fancy, but it just helps everyone to follow along. So in the beginning, there was low entropy. So I wanted to relate this to the Bible. And I know you can appreciate this, Priest. That's why I also wanted to use the Bible to show that there's science involved with the scriptures, and also not just the scriptures, other ancient spirituality, ancient spiritualism, they relate to this. So in the beginning, there was low entropy. And what is entropy? Entropy is the measurement of disorder and the direct measure of each energy configuration's probability. So basically, entropy is the how much disorder is going on. So the actual presence, and then you figure out what the presence of disorder. And in a lot of spiritual stories, you hear about the beginning and the chaos. So entropy. Second law of thermodynamics, and by the way, that it is about thermodynamics. It's all about thermodynamics, which is basically energy, which is basically light. So entropy always, this is one of the rules, the second law of thermodynamics, that entropy always and can only increase. So that means that you can never, let me scratch that. According to the law of thermodynamics, entropy cannot be reversed. So when you break an egg and you scramble it, you can't unscramble the egg. You understand? Like, you can't, when you break something, if something falls off the table of glass, you can't make the glass go back up onto the table and not be broken. So that's the idea. That's the idea of entropy. Entropy is always an increase of chaos, an increase of disorder, so to speak. Do you have any questions so far?
No, I got you. I'm following through.
Okay. What?
I'm following through. I got you. That's interesting. Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, we're listening.
Great. So if you look at the beginning, when we hear about, I want to use the Bible, but we can use other, like I said, schools of thought, other spiritualism. But if you look at the Bible, it says, in the beginning, there was, let me see. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth was without form, right there, and void, and darkness was up on the face of the deep. So that's the entropy, okay? That's the portion of entropy, because the other portion would be the energy, which is the light of God. So the whole concept there is you have the disorder and you have the energy, which is the light. And what's happening out of the chaos, out of the disorder, there is an increase, or how do you say, a creation of our realm and our existence. and inevitably our consciousness, and inevitably the flow of time. So it's not that we have to have 24-hour clocks and timelines and calendars. We don't have to even have that. But what we do have is entropy, and entropy, as you saw, is the measure of the disorder. Okay, the energy. So for instance, when by the way, there's low entropy. I didn't show you that. Chaos, aka disorder, was in the beginning. So the spread of energy, right? That's what entropy basically is. You can have molecules in different different matter. So let's say water, which is okay. There's 3 states, obviously, of water, and you have the low entropy, which would be, it starts off as, let's say, frozen. I'm giving you an example. I know water doesn't start off at frozen, but I'm trying to give you a concept of how it works. When the energy is concentrated, it's low entropy. Then when the energy starts to spread out, it's high energy, and it's more so when the entropy is spreading out, it's high energy. When the entropy is low, it's concentrated. So if you look at the beginning was concentrated. It was the darkness, it was condensed. And then when the light came in, it started to spread, and there was an expanse of everything, including this realm and consciousness, if that makes sense. Am I making sense so far?
Yeah, I got you. I'm following along.
Did you have any questions?
Nah, go. You're going
I'm
in.
almost done.
You're going in. You're going in. It's
what?
kind of deep. Go ahead. Ready.
So when you look at it that way and you relate it to time, flow, and consciousness, you can see that the Bible, and not just the Bible, other holy writings are very, even though they were ancient, they correspond, or they correlate to what is being said today in quantum physics, and it's really exciting. So I just put in here, energy is light, and light is our conceptualization of God in this realm. So again, we have the entropy, and when the energy is concentrated, it's low, but when it starts to spread out, it's high energy. So I mean, it's the progression. So basically, there is no going back with entropy. If you look at science and it says the Big Bang, you can relate entropy to the Big Bang even. Let me go back to this before I get to that. Yeah, you can relate the Big Bang to entropy. So in the beginning, there was entropy. There was an energy, but it was low. And then something happened where it started to increase, and it started to expand, excuse me, and then it increased. And what we're doing is, because you've said, I've talked to you before about this, Priest, and other people, people say, well, was there something before the beginning in these stories? So there must have been something before that was entropy increasing. So even though we see it at our point as a low entropy, as low, energy or thermodynamics, it's low and it was condensed. In our story, it starts to expand, right? We start seeing the creation of this, and then the day, and then we hear all that. Just like I'm going to get to these other holy stories and other writings, like in the Kabbalah, the Tzimtzum, like many spiritual schools of thought describe the beginning similarly to the second law of thermodynamics, which is entropy always increases. It increases. So let me just read a portion of it's from this website, and it just describes Kabbalah. And yes, Kabbalah, a lot of people may not subscribe to it, but I'm giving you an idea that religion or spiritualism relates to science very close.
Well, Kabbalah is just like it's mysticism on the side of the Hebrew religion.
Right.
So it's a book, and there's one for Muslims, Sufi, I think, and there's a book where all the schools have certain mystic orders that goes a little deeper than just the surface into the esoteric realm. That's for the listeners out there. Am I on point with you?
You got it. I like it. So I thank you for adding that. I felt
good right there.
Okay.
Hey, come on, let's go. You good?
Okay. So, Priest, you know this stuff. You're funny.
No, I know nothing. I'm just an empty vessel. But I like the way you explain it, where we going at, because somebody asked a good question. They said, "Are you saying that we can't time travel, or is there?" You just go there, right? Are you saying that we can't time travel, or there's a possibility of time traveling?
Well, that's a good question. According to the theory of relativity and Einstein, with the so-called there's 4 dimensions, that would say that leans toward no time travel. But for me, in my research, when I say time stacking, there's definitely ways to, even Michio Kaku talks about wormholes, and not just Michio Kaku, but a lot of quantum theorists, they talk about wormholes, which you can definitely travel possibly to multi-universes. So yes, we can time travel. So I was just saying, like, as far as the construct of time and what we've been programmed to believe that it's infinite, when time is exactly opposite of infinite. It's finite, it's actually malleable, you can manipulate time. So
Yo, don't mind me. I just gave you a bomb. You going in.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so yes, so we can time travel, but if you look at it depends on what you look at. Like if you look at Einstein, he's way behind, and he was wrong about a lot of stuff. He was wrong, especially wrong about quantum entanglement, which is also linked to entropy. When you look at entropy, the reason I picked this particular, I could have covered a lot of stuff, but entropy is so interesting because, it is that movement that we talk about. You know how we say we're always leveling up or we're always growing. It's in everything, even when you are born, that's a type of entropy. You're growing. So the consciousness expanse is exponential. I mean, now that is infinite. But when people were talking about time travel, when you have all these multiverses, we have this thing called the Akashic record. I'm just saying this so people can relate to what I'm saying. But think of all the multiverses that we as individuals exist in. Now, the question, jump in, of course.
I'm thinking of amnesia. Like,
go ahead.
Take us there, because I'm getting an amnesia type of thing, because when you can't remember and then you start going through, when there's no more belt or anything holding you, say it comes from a freak accident, or maybe you just wake up with amnesia one day. I don't know. But you do start figuring out, and there's cases of them traveling back and forth and don't remember things and can remember certain things that no one even knows what they're talking about. But that person sees it, and it's almost like they're traveling through their mind, but they condense it into amnesia. Is it? Oh, wow.
Right, and that's a good point. And don't forget deja vu. These are all points of your consciousness, and you always want to know. You always have to keep in mind, even if you don't fully subscribe, if you're a so-called unconventional thinker who doesn't subscribe fully to conventional science, because quantum theory is conventional science now, you still have to say, well, what is this right now, what we're doing? What is this progression that I feel? It's not exactly that you're moving forward in a timeline. You're not moving forward in a timeline, and you're not. So that's where I do subscribe to some of Einstein's thought, but he's off. I mean, I know everybody loves Einstein, and I respect Einstein, but
talk your talk.
I mean, Einstein was a genius, but there were a lot of. Why do we put so much stock? Well, anyway, a lot of what he
say it. Don't be scared. Let him go. Let him know. You broke down that before. No, that's serious. A lot of they're coming up with a lot of these forefathers and a lot of these people, like, they were wrong a couple of times, and then the next generation have to come and correct them, and that's what life is about, evolving. And it's about, they didn't have it all correct at the right time. They was approximately, some of them just guessing. Go ahead, it's your show, go ahead.
No, it's not my show. It's actually your show.
What I'm saying is you taking the rocket. What I'm just saying, it's like some of them don't have it all correct. They didn't finish some of their books. They just wrote down anything because it was a new life, a new world. New World Order was starting back there, and people started to come out now asking questions. And a lot of people, they had gigantic telescopes, but they wouldn't talk about the natives or the aboriginals that was there that were getting that connection without even the big, gigantic telescopes. They just had stories, but they will all relate to them, but they wasn't interested in getting money, making books. Their school of thought was in their circle, and their small pockets of circles where they would come to the shaman, the person, the seer, the fate speaker, or what you would say, the person that was in tune with his surrounding. Sort of like the tiger is in tune with his surrounding. Striped up, but you can't spot him. I had to say that.
Right. Wow. I like the way you said that. You threw your tiger in there. You're a master at that. I like it. At every point, every moment, I must let the people know about the tiger. Okay, so thank you for that input, because you know, this is an important topic, and I do like to relate it to the ancient writings, especially to the Bible. People need to know that the Bible isn't some clown book. It has been used for the Inquisition. It has been used to conquer people. It has been used to destroy a whole generation after generations, hundreds of years of my people. It has been used in that way, but that doesn't mean that doesn't say that the writings shouldn't be examined to get the truth of it. And no, I'm not proselytizing. I'm just saying, don't abandon any ancient writing. You would be regretful to do so if you're on your journey to find out all that you can.
Well, the original man who created the Holy Quran of the Bible, you know what I'm saying, is the original man. So the original man, those are lessons that came from older lessons. So they put it, Bible just means book. You know what I mean? You can do the research yourself. Holy is true, but you can go into however you see it, and it's how you draw it up, because it goes into, and just, I don't want to go too much, but it goes into how you see it, how you see it today, how you feel it today, how you draw that up. Because there's all type of power. So how's that gonna manipulate somebody if your mind has already not been brainwashed by your own, you leaned on your own understanding. Then you're trying to figure things out on your own. You can see the water, but you know that we are water. But you're looking at the water, it's water right there. But everything in the universe is in us. So therefore there's a deeper look, and it doesn't have to look because it's inside of our skin, it's inside of our cells, but there's a deeper look at everything. So when a person just says, that right there did that, no, you can get knowledge and wisdom from looking at a tree or just observing a flower.
Oh, wow, that's drop a bomb for yourself, because that is exactly, going back to what I was saying about the entropy and the creation, we look at the microcosm. Which
somebody just turned their YouTube off. Yeah. They pull the plug out.
Somebody just threw their whole cell phone through their TV.
I just felt it. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead, y'all.
Oh God, it's so funny. Oh, they threw their remote control straight through their television. Oh, Priest, you kill me. Okay, so no, what I was saying is you look at the microcosm, which is yourself, because you talked about the universe being within us. And then you can see the macrocosm, which is the beginning, the universe, the multiverse, whatever you want to say, these galaxies that we look at, the celestial bodies. So, and I wanted to just touch on this a little bit, not to get too much into it, but this is a little bit, it's kind of off topic, but try to connect it, or I'll try to. When we talk about flat earth, round earth, the more you look at this information and you think about the manifestation of your, like, what your reality is linked so deeply to your own thought, your own consciousness, to where you can't even see where it begins and where it starts, right? Get it, Solomon? Like, You don't know which one is reality, where is my consciousness, and how is it disconnected? If you really, the more you start leveling up in your consciousness and in your wisdom, you understand there really is, even if it's just a microscopic line, there's a fine line between the universal mind of God and my own individual consciousness. And what I'm getting at is, I'm seeing that the earth isn't some ball of hard material that's shaped a certain way. It is, how do you say it? Like if you take a bubble, a soap bubble, and you blow air into that soap bubble and it's in a narrow space, that soap bubble is going to have two flat sides and a concave, or not concave, a rounded out front and back. So it'll be like this, your soap bubble, right? Because that's your mind. Your mind is there. If your mind is full and rounded, then your consciousness and the earth itself is going to be formed in that way for you energetically, and the energy becomes matter. So we're talking about entropy still. Remember, the thermodynamics, the movement creates something that cannot be reversed. So when people say, well, I see the earth as a dome shape and flat, that is truly the shape of the earth for them, because that is where their consciousness is at. So I wanted to put that thought out there. And I don't even know, I haven't really engaged in this flat earth debate and conversation too much.
Choose your words lightly on this show.
Wisely. No, and I'm ready for it, because this is infallible. You cannot, none of us can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt what the shape of the earth is. So what do we have to do? We have to start looking at philosophical things more than what these people are talking about. And the measurements, and I was up in the sky, I shot a rocket, and I saw the rain coming down. Stop all that, because it's not going to work. You're not going to be able to prove to people beyond a shadow of doubt what the shape of the earth is from all of these experiments and these things, either way, on either side. But what we can do is approach it. You can still use science. But you have to approach it from a very philosophical point, which I challenge someone to do that with me. Approach it from a philosophical point of view, and then you would have to admit that you're lopsided in your whole thinking, in your consciousness. If you say the earth is just flat, a dome, and it's flat on the bottom, that tells me about your consciousness. That tells me about where you are. But if you know it is rounded and it's not asymmetrical, it's a full sphere, then I can say, okay, you are going to, and I'm not talking about the ones who are programmed and they never do the research. I'm talking about the darkest minds of the light, who understand that there is not, we talk about the stratosphere, and we talk about all these different concepts of gravity and how are we being held to the earth. Those are things that are like kind of like grammar school. No offense. Like those examples saying, how's the earth spinning so fast and we're not flying off? Like that's something that can be proven easily with science, but the science, I agree with the flat earthers. How can the science be 100% infallible, right? So the only thing that I want to focus on, or mostly focus on, is the philosophical side of the shape of the earth. So going back to entropy, how do I relate that to the shape of the earth? We're talking about the creation. I was going to read something from the Lurian Kabbalah. There's different Kabbalahs. This is, you want to explain that?
Shout out the Broken Home podcast. He told me he was coming through, man. Good looking. I see you up in there. It's a great time right now. Broken Home podcast is in the building. See you. All right.
Broken Home or Broken Gnome?
Broken Home podcast.
Oh, okay. I love gnomes. I was like, Broken Gnome.
Hey, I am the gnome.
So can you see this article that I have here about the Kabbalah, or no? You can't see it.
Yeah, let's do it.
The article? No,
you can only see my PowerPoint, right?
Yeah, you see the PowerPoint. Yep.
Okay, so let me just read this from it's from Hebrewforchristian.com. It just talks about the Kabbalah. How did God create the word? Now, this is the world. This is according to the Lurian Kabbalah, which is European. Just letting you know, it's a more modern Kabbalah. It's not the ancient Kabbalah. However, it is a Kabbalistic concept. And what I'm doing is, I'm not saying I subscribe to it. I'm showing that there is a spiritual thought linked to Torah that is almost, dare I say, aligned with science. So the Kabbalah of creation, how did God create the world? So the Tzimtzum, Tzim, let me see if I have that up on my, there it is. Okay, the Tzimtzum of the Kabbalah is an explanation of God creating something out of nothing. Now the nothingness is that darkness and that disorder, okay? In the beginning, there was only God and nothing else. God, or Ein Sof, was an all-encompassing divine presence / light called Ein Sof, the light of infinity. Now, stop right there. What we're talking about is, remember, we're talking about thermal dynamics. We're talking about energy. Energy equals light, and we have that beginning, right? We have that disorder. So all of that together is actually the entropy. We have God as light, which is electromagnetic resonance a lot of times in this realm. And we also have God as energy and the measurement of the disorder, how much energy that is disordered. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So since nothing but God existed before creation, this is their Kabbalistic thought. Now from what I understand, there was something before. Okay, but anyway, I digress. God needed to make a space or to provide room for that which was not God. So an otherness. Now, if you look at the beginning, we could talk about Big Bang. We don't even have to talk about the Bible. Big Bang Theory. It's an explosion out of chaos that created our universe, right? Well, this is the Big Bang. This is something like the Big Bang, making something out of nothing, and it becomes, so it's God condensing self. Let me finish reading. God therefore emptied himself. God isn't a him, but okay, we're reading their thought, right? God emptied himself by contracting his infinite light. Remember entropy, when it's low entropy in the beginning, it can never, at the beginning it's low. So that's concentrated energy. That's entropy. Concentrated energy, contracted. And here it says, God therefore emptied himself by contracting his infinite light. That is the energy. Concentrated energy is the low entropy. And then to create a conceptual space, see, it's always about conceptual. We need to conceptualize God. God is unfathomable. So this is what's going on. In this story, in this ancient Kabbalistic story, in the Kabbalah, I should say, God actually condensed energy that's actually low entropy and created our space and our concept of our existence. So created the conceptual space for the creation of the universe, our existence. In a great cosmic flash, God then condensed, again, we have the low entropy, which is the concentrated energy condensed into a point of infinite density and infinite energy called Tzimtzum, the contraction. And then it exploded out. Look at this, family. This is how exciting this is. Okay, we talked about low entropy, which is condensed energy that's not spread out, right? Exploded out. When it's high entropy, when it starts to progress in our existence, the energy spreads out. That's exploded out. That's the same as the science. So it exploded out in all directions. Okay, that's called the Big Bang. In a sense, this self-imposed contraction of God, what God did, of the infinite light is a picture of God sacrificing himself for the sake of creation. So that I just wanted to read that. So here we have, I said, many spiritual schools of thought describe the beginning similarly to the second law of thermodynamics, which is entropy always goes from low to high. It always increases. It never, according to this law, doesn't decrease. So the Kabbalah, in Kemet, the Heliopolis story, the creation of Ra, in Kemet, Ra comes out of the darkness, the dark waters of noon. And then we have the Apep, which is the snake. They were one. We're talking about condensed. What happened? Ra separates. See, now we're doing the spreading out. Ra separates from Apep, but Apep in the chaos tries to come back with Ra. It doesn't work because why? The second law of thermodynamics says that entropy cannot go back, right? So then Ra starts to what? Expand. He has his two children come out of him, and then more comes out of him. So then in the Greek mythos story, same thing. Chaos, Gaia, everything comes out of that, okay? Then I just put another example, the Mesopotamian story, the destruction of she was the chaos, and then things came out of her, and that's the creation of our earth. There's so many different stories I could put on there. I didn't really put anything about the Hindu stories, but all the stories have a type of chaos or a oneness that is expanding out to a full creation. So this is the last of this. Entropy relates to the flow of time and the expansion of consciousness. So why do I say that? As I said, we're experiencing something. So we could say it's our existence, or we could say, okay, this is entropy that we're experiencing. We're not experiencing the progression of time. So I do fully believe in time travel, that it's possible. But what we're experiencing is all in one moment, but it is still entropy. It is still the spreading out of energy, and that is our existence, and it is linked to our consciousness, because in the spreading out of the energy, like I said before, we have one universal mind of God that we came out of, the unfathomable God, but then we have our individual consciousnesses, but that's a different thing. I think that's all. So yeah, I think that's pretty.
Okay.
That was long, right?
No, that was good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that was very, very, very educational. Very educational.
That was crazy.
I think that
give you a bomb just for
Thanks, guys.
that was crazy.
I relate that into life. I like that. I like that a lot. I feel like a lot of times we are very closed-minded in the way we think. You know what I mean? And we got to be able to open ourselves up and open our minds, because we trapped ourselves in our own consciousness.
Yeah.
So you gotta expand yourself, and it relates to what you were saying about empathy. Am I pronouncing it right?
Intro, like get the intro and then entropy.
Entropy.
Yeah, entropy. Yeah. So go on.
And that's what creates a thought. You know, that's what creates a you know, like is a big bang. Like that's what creates a thought. Because once you you know, we're closed minded, but we don't, you know, if we open ourselves out and put that energy into that thought, it explodes and we get a phenomenon in thought. And we figure something out. We pretty much figure something out. So that's deep, you know. That's how I took it.
Thank you, Solomon. I like when you add in. You're very wise. You are very omen nomen. That's wild, right? You're 26 and you have so much wisdom. So I believe that we become our names too. So thank you so much for that input.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Soon turn 27 too. Very soon.
Wow, yeah. You're gonna be 27 on June 6th.
June 4th.
Oh, June 4th. I was close.
Yep. You got it though.
That's awesome. I remember because you're a Gemini like me.
Yep. It's June 10th, right, for you?
Yeah. You have a good memory, so your memory's sharp.
Yeah, I have a very sharp memory.
That's good. All right. So yeah, that was all. That was pretty much Priest. If you want to say anything about that, or even AD, we can, you know, we can finish it up and move on to the more depressing information.
That was good. I agree with everything.
Thank you, AD.
Mm-hmm.
You see, bRAgadino got your name right.
Oh yeah.
Subtle Jim.
Shoutouts.
Man, I don't have anything to say. That was luxury. It's jewels. When you dropping jewels like that, and I mean, you did your presentation. It was good. We got to hear it out. Too many people. We don't allow voices to be heard. And, you know, this is what we get. We get when we allow, even our divine being came in last time.
Yep, divine being.
And he was saying a lot of stuff. And then when you can put it together like the way you put it, it can be enjoyed.
Thank you. Thank you
so
much.
It was very good.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for that one.
Wow. Okay. So I don't know, and the stuff I was saying about the flat Earth, I did want to bring that up because
I don't start them up because they ready.
No, I
They're
actually wanted to say
in the craft chat room right now. You said that they already they hitting up AD. AD got to calm them down. They already brewing up and they getting together. They putting the flat surface on there. They putting out the sheet, making sure that's flat. It's about to be on. So. And we're infested with flat Earth.
Well, you said infested. You know what? I do want to start doing some debates. So, you know, that is my forte. I love to go in on. Oh, shout out to Brother Sanchez, by the way. He is the flat Earth guru.
Hey. Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, we're gonna start up some. If you want to do that, by any means, you have all the right. And you know, you have to go ahead. I'll say it live here on the Podcraft. Yeah, we would love that for you to go out and do that. That's cool. You know what I mean? We had some similar type, you know what I mean? I remember when Rasul and Tahuti it was so funny. And they went at it. But we had a couple of cats go at it, but you know, that would be organized and that would be very beautiful of you, Napah, to do that. I mean, you got the green light.
Oh, somebody asked me to debate Santos Bonacci. Sure, I'd love to.
Wait a minute. AD wouldn't like that. Would you allow that?
It's not about that. I don't think he would do it.
Why? How you know he won't do it?
I mean, doesn't he? What about him?
He doesn't really do debates. Like he just does his thing.
What would they debate about?
There's other people that'd be happy to discuss it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But like Santos is like flat Earth is like a smaller subject by comparison to the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like what?
Like everything else, like syncretism.
Astrology.
Oh, okay.
It's basically it's syncretism at the end of the day.
All right. It's good. Hey, listen, that's dope. As long as the information is out there,
yeah,
and we can get it, man, because we definitely need it. Definitely. Overkill shouted you out. So shouts out to the Napah Shadah.
Shout out to Overkill. Ooh, Overkill. You know what? I guess I grew on Overkill. You know what? You know I love you, Overkill. Whoever you are. You know, we all love each other over here, right? Because I want to let y'all know I had a moment where I was like, you know what? I get a lot of trolls, a lot of hate, but I get a lot of love. But the more I teach, see, sometimes about me, unlike other people, they can come to different platforms, they can do what they need to do and go have a nice, see everybody saying nice things. But with me, I get a lot of hatred because I get to the soul. I get right in there, like with the scriptures, and I carve their souls out and pull them out and, look at them and say, you want this back? You want this back? Go get it and throw it out.
Almost like you ever watch what's that game? Get over here. One of them, Sing Shang, right? Which one pulls out the soul when they doing the in Mortal Kombat, and he goes and it uplifts the soul out of the person just standing there.
Yeah,
and it's just a body at that point. You know
that's
what I mean?
Exactly what I was envisioning.
That's a dark place to be, because if somebody pulls out your soul in the middle of a debate or anything like that, you got to really look at that, because you're not really you just attached. You know when they say you're attached, you get too attached to something. If somebody can just lift your soul out of your body, then you have to start looking at yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to become more grounded. You know what I mean? Grounded in your system. You know what I mean? Somebody said love is good.
Love is the best.
Yeah.
When you cut somebody's soul out, sometimes that's good. There are vessels fitted for destruction.
That's true. No, that's true. That's true. It's called fatality.
Hey, did you guys really? Let's be real. Like, everybody's not going to make it onto the bus. There's only a few life rafts, off the Titanic, y'all. Come on now. Am I the only one come on, guys. I'll be the one to say it. Everybody's not going to make it.
Yo,
but it's okay, because
they
reincarnate and they come back.
You get another chance. As a grasshopper or what?
No, I believe we come back as human beings if we're in a spiritual body. I don't go to that Hindu thought but I do want to say this. I mean, it's just like how the body naturally, we're gonna segue into the women, naturally aborts, not where you're having 7 abortions, ladies, because you want to go out to you got to do hot girl summer. I'm saying when the body naturally aborts a baby, it's because the baby was the embryo wasn't formed, the zygote, whatever, it didn't form correctly, it was deformed. So the body says, no, we can't do this. It's just have a miscarriage and come try again. A lot of times that's what happens. The body is very amazing, so so what I'm saying
that's a real something. Well, that's touchy. That's real though. We gotta, we gotta start having real dialogue where we could talk like this and
without hurting people's feelings.
Yeah, well, that's black people for you. Everybody getting their feelings. We gotta stop doing that. And I'm talking about all people, but we have to really stop getting emotion. We start getting emotional, right? Emotional, and we react off emotions instead of knowledge. That's the foundation of everything. We react off emotion. That's why cats be out there, they pull the trigger quick. Boom. Boom. Because their emotion get caught up, and then they don't know how to filter.
Wow.
Filter the love within it and the learning process. So the emotion you want to tear the world up at that moment. But you can harness, see Buddha, Kung Fu artists. He did Kung Fu.
Mm-hmm.
You learn the more you know how to become a weapon, the more you use it. Becoming a master is not hurting other people, is being quiet. Assassins, real killers, are quiet. They don't be out there talking all that stuff. They be the cat that's quiet because when it's time to do it, it's really time to do it. You don't react off emotion. Sudden movements can cause all type of chaos, and that's just a science. We just building. I don't want nobody to go out there and talk about, oh yeah, you're a priest, I'm going out there to be quiet. No, and then you get the 50 fights. I'm not saying that.
No, they might do that. You gotta be careful with what you say.
I'm gonna put out this disclaimer. Don't want to go out there and talk about preset kung fu. You go out there and get into a fight with a grandmaster.
Oh,
I'm
wow.
not telling you about that. That's wrong. I'm not. I didn't tell you to go ahead talking about you know how to be quiet and silent, and then chop somebody in the neck, and then you end up on the floor
with a sword.
Exactly.
Can I interject real quick?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I did kung fu, so like.
Exactly.
You know, what you're taught and trained to do is not to use it for selfish intents. You know, I mean, you're supposed to use it for your own. You're supposed to use it for your own knowledge, and if you ever have to use it, you could use it to your benefit. You know, so it's in martial arts is a secret technique. You gotta once you learn it, you just can't just go out there and fight anybody, because then you're unwise to that. I have a lot under my arsenal, and I could trust me. I've always realized I'm a very strong man. I'm very precise in the way I fight, and I'm willing to just use it to for evil. I'm gonna use it for good. There's no need to use it.
Awesome.
That's the way of a student becoming master.
Yeah, that's why when you in martial arts, they tell you to cover your fists. Wow. Yeah, that's the truth. You don't. You're not like that. Yeah, you cover your fist.
That's why they do that. That's cool.
Yeah,
I didn't know
cover
that.
your fist, yeah.
Dojo.
Wow. That's true.
The old classic Kung Fu was a perfect example of that. I know it's just a fictional show, but he's just out there being a wanderer, and everybody always want to mess with him.
That's based on true stories, those true life events.
Really?
It's a fictional show. Yeah, exactly. How many times we walk through the city or we walk into giants or enemies, not physically, it don't have to be that, but people just try to hold you back, or people that hate on you. Or it may be somebody you just run into that's ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? We run into all type of situations, but the discipline, it takes discipline to be, for the student to rise up into his Godhead, his God self, and say, man, I don't need, because when the time comes, what did Neo tell him? I mean, what did Morpheus tell Neo? When the time comes, what? You don't have to, you won't have to fight.
Yep. Yeah.
Shout out to Sophia Stewart. I love her. That's my oracle. That's the real oracle. Woo, can I get bomb? Yeah, you won't have to fight.
Right. Make sure y'all get those likes up. Napah Shadah is going in with Killah Priest and Solomon and AD, and we are on the craft, and we're having a good time. This is right after the divine being came over here and just dismantled everything. So we're putting things together, and we're putting things back in order over here, because he destroyed the place, tried to destroy the place, but we good. All right.
Oh, yeah, you mean the last, I wanted to.
Divine Being was going in.
His name is Divine Being. I wanted to talk to him. Yeah. I gotta get an interview with him. He was going in on a lot, and especially about the blood of the earth. Remember, I was like, wow, it feels so good when you hear somebody resonate with what you. I was just talking to Killah Priest about that. What? A week before?
Yeah, no. When you say, it's deep when you say my entire name, Killah Priest.
I was talking to Killah.
Yeah, you did say that. You did say that. So that lets you know it resonates with a lot of people, and a lot of people I don't know. This is the age of Aquarius.
We're spiraling up in the paradigm. It's not. They say shift, but no, we're all leveling up. The entropy is moving us up in that time stack. I mean, I don't know if someone has said time stack before, but I that's what I envision.
Time
and
stack.
You keep saying that.
No, because that's how I feel. Like when you say time stack, it's like like time stacking.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But it's very spiritual, because these guys that are doing all that gang stuff, that goes back to a lot of ancient brotherhood, initiate stuff that they're not aware of. Right. But it goes back to, dare I say, Freemasonry or Freemasons and Rosicrucians. So yeah.
No, you're right. We just don't promote on the violence. keep the violence, keep it a positive thing. When you start getting money together, that's what it's about. Because I know there's some members out there that's getting money now. You know what I'm saying? Ex-members and stuff like that, that's elevating and trying to make a difference out there. So salute those brothers. I'll never put nobody down in front of nobody. You don't have to worry about me trying to disrespect or say, because I know how the struggle goes. We all grew up in this struggle. And there's cats who wants to elevate out of the situation. I don't want to go too far on that, but that's real. You know what I mean? They're about the people, and it's about the situations that higher levels operate, because they're all gangs. They're all gang. They do stuff, and they let off bombs and everything. They have everybody cheering for them. You know what I'm saying? They let off big missiles in it.
We're talking about government gangs.
I'm talking about, exactly.
We're talking about government gangs, but let me just throw this out here, and I'm not going to take over, but I just need to say this. We had that conversation too. I know there the brothers out there. Shout out to the brothers who are in the gangs, but doing for the people and keeping it organized. Because let me just let y'all know something of the history of the United States.
Talk to them.
The history of the United States. The red and the blue, that's the cops, and that was gangs in the beginning, in the very beginning, when we started to when the old world people were coming over and colonizing. There were gangs before there were these organized government entities like police forces and FBI, CIA, government forces. Rangers, Mounties, whatever you want to call it. It was all gangs. They patrolled, and people went to them. I need help. When they were present, people did what they were supposed to do. And then, of course, it became what we know today as government, our federal and our state government. And so it started out as gangs. And there's a lot of bloodshed still going on. Yeah. Now, I don't want to get too deep because I don't want anybody coming for me. And I'm not talking about those incel trolls and the weirdo women. I'm talking about the powers that are controlling things. But I will say this: all of these government agencies and all of these churches and different religions that you see, they work together. And that goes for mafia. The mafia, I don't care if it's Jewish mafia or Italian mafia or whatever you want to call it. All of them are one. And I mean, like I said, I'm here for the smoke. If you want to debate me, if you want to debate me on that, we could definitely go back to the old world and talk about how these organizations have started out as gangs. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. Go ahead, Priest. I kind of went off.
No, you good. You was good to go. You was good to go. Yeah, on a higher level, because when they want to shut stuff down, they do shut stuff down.
Well, I was gonna say, I was like, they want to brainwash you.
Yeah. On all levels, and
keep you in ignorance. Keep your mind in ignorance. Never, contain you in not expanding yourself, like you said. That's the whole thing.
Right. The Divok 9. I like to do the backwards Divok 9 so you don't get flagged.
Yeah.
They controlled us with that. That was a gang move. That was a government gang move. Oh, we gotta get these, the CVID, get people in there. We gotta see how this works. So I don't want to get too deep though, because people.
Let's stay up. Now we good. We just listen. We started at the bottom. Now we're here. And
I gotta keep saying the entropy.
Exactly. And we got to start somewhere to get to the top, because we rose out of that. I mean, a lot of people, we're just like the children. Remember they said slay the firstborn. Slay the firstborn. This is in the Christ story. But we came through it. All the firstborns, they didn't get everybody. Everybody that we start popping up here and there, here and there, here and there. Then you got the Clan, you got Nas, and you got Rakim and Big Daddy Kane. You got KRS-One. But then you have speakers like Napah Shadah, Coach Solomon, you got AD, you got the Craft Room, you got Voltage, you got everybody. Oh, you got Zodiak, you got Knowledge Born. everybody just rising up here and there, and then and because they didn't get it, now they getting it. It's like every chip away is to elevate our minds together. Jody, Southward building. To elevate our minds together. To uplift each other in some way. She got Einstein.
I have an Einstein haircut. What the heck?
I saw that.
That's
Einstein.
hilarious.
Let's see
that
Einstein.
was funny. That's funny. That's cute. Like, I don't mind that kind of stuff.
Can we pull
like,
up Einstein haircut?
Yeah, put it up. Let me see if I look like Einstein.
Tell you,
Very elementary.
yeah.
You gotta add on
Do
this
it
real
side
quick?
by side.
I don't.
Oh man, I was going.
But while you do that, we might have to segue into. Well, we do have to segue into the state of the state of the union, the state of the subculture, which is the objectification of the male. We got to talk to you, I got to talk to you, brothers out there. I got to talk to you, men.
Okay.
Black, Hispanic, Caucasian, Chinese. What does Missy Elliott say? Like Chinese. What does she say? Like on that song? Black, white, Puerto Rican, Chinese boys, like all of you, but especially the black male first.
Exactly.
You're the target. You're the top target, and then everything just trickles down to everybody.
All right, what you wanted to say?
Oh no, let it go. I was gonna say something.
I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna hold on. I thought you were gonna do your Einstein picture. Go ahead, Solomon.
Oh, I mean, I was just saying something from earlier. We kind of changed the topic, but I was saying that government is afraid of the power of the voice, and they're afraid of that what you might say might influence people, and that's what they're really afraid of. That's what most people are afraid of, that you could change perspectives and actually throw out some real knowledge in the world, so I was just going to add on that. But that's pretty much what I was going to say. I mean, it's all good, but I was actually interested in what you was about again too.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. They are.
Dove Killer. This is Rasul. Dove Killers. Shout out to Dove Killers 33. He gave us $2 to ask us where is Rasul. Rasul is chilling. We saw Rasul last night, so he's chilling. Shout out to Rasul.
How do we know Dove King isn't Rasul?
That is Rasul. Come on. Shout out to Rasul, as AKA Dove King 33. You know that's Rasul. Shout out to Rasul, man. He said, wait, man, hold on, man. Yeah. Yo, you've been through that away when you just said that one word, those two words.
You forgot to say swinging around in the chair. I am Rasul. No.
Exactly.
No, I just did that joke because Priest did it. Shout out to Rasul. I don't even know if that's him or not.
Okay, all right. So what you were saying? You want to segue into?
Oh no! What happened to Einstein? Somebody said that I had Einstein's hair.
Oh yeah, you got the picture of Einstein here.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Okay.
But yeah, we are going to segue because that's what you wanted to cover. We're going to talk about this man being murdered by his wife.
Wow.
We got that in a picture.
That's crazy.
I sent you the video of that too.
Oh yeah.
Man being murdered by his wife. We're getting more wicked every day, man.
God, so sad.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that. We're gonna should we you want to go through the we can pull it up. I sent it to
him. Because we're gonna link that to the objectification of the male.
Okay.
Shout out to Jordan Peterson. Let's give the flowers to who deserves the flowers.
Jordan Peterson.
That's my guy.
He's fire.
So I get some of my wisdom from too.
Hey.
Yes, good job.
Hey.
Oh yeah, his hair looks just like mine, y'all.
I don't see it.
It was earlier. She's looking at the replay.
Oh.
Right here.
I am looking at the replay, AE. How'd you know that? Oh, because it's a delay.
Yeah.
Somebody I know.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the picture right there.
Reminds me of Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Oh, Einstein was wild with his
Marty.
Like I guess man, he just let his hair fly. You know what I mean? Some people do that. And then some of it was like cotton, like it's like.
But they didn't have pomade back then, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have no hair gel. They didn't have Aquanet until 1900s.
Exactly. It's just like a little bit. You know, now some people, but Nat King Cole, he had his slick back. He around that same. He had the finger waves joints in there.
See, they were ahead of the time back then.
Ahead of the time. But he just, I don't know. Einstein would just let his hair just like he's always
Einstein didn't have no swag like that.
He took crazy
he was
flex.
like, I don't have time to do my hair.
Yeah,
I think it was pretty funny. It was a little wild too. Some of the pictures he took was kind of crazy to me.
He didn't even talk until he was 4 years old.
They asked him. They asked him, "What's it like to be the greatest scientist in the world?" He said, "I don't know. Ask Tesla."
Hey.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for telling the truth, Einstein.
Yeah.
Yes.
How humble of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he was a Pisces.
I wonder what Mandy P. Hall had to say about that too.
Manly P. Hall.
Talk about it. All right, so let's go. Somebody says, Aquila Mono says, Tahuti versus Divine Being. That'd be fire.
It would only be on certain topics because they agree with a lot of things too.
Well, let Napah handle it. Yeah, well, get them together.
Yeah, we're going to start doing some debate.
Why you always control
Because that's what he said yesterday.
What he said?
On Monday.
What he said?
He said that they agree in so much things. There was only one thing that they would debate on.
And what was that?
I don't know. He was talking about
I think I do remember something like that. He did say
something.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Well, that means, okay. I don't know how that goes. Yeah, you're right.
That means that he disagreed with him on one thing.
He said,
because he showed a lot of, what does it say? A lot of respect for Tahuti. He showed a lot of blessing for Tahuti. He's like, yo, I agree with Tahuti on all that, except this one thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It was.
I forgot what it was. But
he said it started in. He said something was.
Starting in Hindu. He said that.
He said Tahuti would say it was Kemet, but he said no, it was actually Christian, I believe, or something like that. I don't know.
It's gonna happen with all of us.
Remember, he said that that everything started in India. There it is.
That's what it was. Yeah.
But no, that I did want to bring that up too. I disagree with that. A lot of those civilizations were contemporary, so they aligned as far as the civilizations go. So yeah.
It was about something being first and being inspired by something.
Soul music and rock and roll. Always.
But he was awesome. He had a great spirit. His energy was really pure. He was so excited to just share all of his information. Where do you get his book? Is it on Amazon?
On his website. We put the link on the bottom of that episode. But yeah, he has the book that he created, and I think there's also a digital download version.
Yeah, it's called a Hearth.
He has He has a partner he works with. What's it called? Yeah. Celestial Empowerment.
That book is dope.
So they both do really a good job. In fact, Celestial does a lot more of the promotion, doing like embodiment Celestial.
Yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into where Napah was going. Let's get into that Mississippi thing.
Okay.
Yeah. Can we? So you want to go into that first? You're gonna put the video up. It's really disturbing, so you might want to disclaim it.
Do we want to put the video up, or do we need to?
Yeah,
we can do a little bit of it.
Just the audio.
Audio.
Okay.
Well, where are you getting the video from?
The video is all on the YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It's everywhere. It's in the news. The news showed it.
So you want me to?
It's nothing bad about it. It's like it's just something that was stupid. Everybody's showing it.
Yeah. Are we gonna hear what happened?
We could do it. We could fast forward. Well, anyway,
I think for that, if you want to let the people hear,
if you didn't see it, this lady. Yeah, that's her. She homeboy came home late last night. Didn't make love to me. Well, he came home. He was out for real. And he tried to go fast asleep, but she came home and she was all in his face. You know what I mean? He was trying to avoid the controversy. She was all in his face and all of this stuff, and she pulled out a gun.
Jeez, man.
The bad part about it is that she put it. Should we just play it?
Then he talking about calling the police.
Well, can I preface it a little bit more, if you don't mind?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just a tiny bit, or no?
Yeah.
Okay, because what we're looking at is a family. It's not like a boyfriend, girlfriend. That's important. This man is a husband, he's working, and he has 4 children by her, or with her. So I just want to throw that out there so people know it's just not like a baby daddy boyfriend. This is her husband, everybody. So that's all I want to say.
Right.
Or was her husband, Thank you.
Get your hands on me, bro. Stop touching me. Move.
Jesus, stop.
Sit there on there, Joe.
Ain't nobody coming over here.
Oh, me, bro. Sit down. Get your motherfucking hands on me, bro. Stop touching me. Stop it right there. Stop it right there. Now you hear him saying, get your hands off me. Stop touching me, bro. So she got physical. Physical. She wanted to touch. No, she wasn't touching.
Neither the time nor the place. You can't just break out in song and talking like that.
Hey, she wanted to get physical, and he didn't want it. He's like, yo, listen, let me go. I have to put a little light. Now, I'm sorry. Shout out to the brother's family, to everything, but you hear him saying, get out my way. Get out my way. All right, you can play him.
Now I'm gonna kill you. Murder scene, murder.
Touch me again.
Stop.
Let go. Touch me. Touch me again. Touch me a motherfucking again.
Stop pushing
Touch
me.
me again.
Ain't nobody finna do
Don't go
that.
put my gun out.
Ain't nobody finna do nothing.
One time. Open this house. Put
Stop.
you got to do.
Ain't
Don't worry
nobody.
about it.
Stop.
Don't worry about it. Touch me
Stop.
again. Touch me again.
Stop. Yeah.
Can we pause in a second before we get
Pause
to?
it, yeah.
I need the people to know the lady, other stop that the barely stop. She has her mom there, who was double teaming. Her and her mom were putting him down, saying he doesn't help out with the kids. He doesn't cook. He's a dad who works. So the mom, while her daughter is being violent toward him, and you can tell she's been violent before because he's like, I'll call somebody over, one of his cousins. So she's regularly violent. That's why he's leaving. He asked for a police escort. They didn't come. Real quick, the mom is the one saying, stop, stop. Instead of taking her daughter, snatching her up and saying, what's wrong with you? So I just want you to know that's her mother saying, stop. Okay. Thank you.
Bitch, stop. Stop. I'm not over here for this.
Motherfucker gonna keep her hands
I'll kill
on me,
your
bro.
ass now, bitch. Stop. Nobody, I can get out my bed for this.
Man, people so.
Got to get out of bed for the.
Oh, you ain't getting nothing. Everything in this house belongs to me. Stop.
Because he wanted to get his shoes.
Get somewhere and sit down. Y'all gonna have to stop all this. Then y'all wonder why the kids.
Damn.
Out of nowhere, just pop.
Wow.
Should I keep going?
Let me break this down. Now, that's disturbing.
That's
Now,
crazy.
Why she got a gun?
It was a sucker shot too.
Yeah, and it had to be a headshot. What she got a gun for?
Yeah.
And the way it was is that's like, no, I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah, I got you.
But she is holding the gun with the trigger on it, and it's like, watch, having a conversation. This is what I'm talking about. Having a conversation. He did this too. Then you start crying. She didn't say nothing. This is foolish, yo. Go ahead, what you want to build on it?
Well, I'm going to hand it to Solomon in a minute because I know he wants to jump in, but I want to say this. You know, the first thing she said is, I don't want to go to jail.
Yeah,
Then,
we didn't get to that part. Yeah, I wanted to play.
No,
yeah,
exactly.
She
said it. She said, I
said
won't go to jail. And then she tells her children, your daddy dead. Like, this is where I said the objectification of the male now. It's now men's lives are nothing, right, to society. And watch, I know we're gonna let me tell you why. Because all she has to do is say, for a lot of the public, well, he was cheating on me, and he was gay. A lot of people say, well, he did cheat on her. A lot of women are okay with it once they hear, and she bets on that. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. So
it wasn't GAY, it was bi. So it makes it.
Oh, well, bi. But
yeah, exactly.
she knows to throw those things in. Cheating, number one. People, I've seen a clip on the internet where a man was poisoned to death, dying, and his wife filmed him dying. And I've seen the comments saying, well, he shouldn't have been cheating on her. He shouldn't have been cheating on her. Right. God is my witness.
You see the
and go ahead.
You see the value of men lives now?
Exactly.
It's going down. She was worried about more of her going in jail while the man is there dying.
Yeah, dying.
Or maybe dead, because it sounds like it was a headshot because you didn't hear him talk anymore. And it's like the first thing, narcissist is real. She worried about herself. Oh, but this man is your husband. Mm-hmm. That's foolish on so many levels. It's real out there, and we have to look at the value of our lives because she already knew. He tried to get the police involved. She was already putting hands on him, so she probably did it before. But why you pull out the gun?
She said she's gonna kill him.
Yeah, she did say that, and that's your child's father. That's
four children.
Children. Yeah, this is bad. And a lot. I spoke on this before. There's a lot of this going on, and unreported because men are ashamed that they're being attacked by women like that.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell them what I did to you. I bet you it won't. There's probably women out there pistol whipping. Yeah. Before you even do it, you hold you down. You know what they say.
Yeah.
Yep.
Punk. Y'all can repeat it. How many times are you in the hood, you punk, nigga, you got my face. Word. If I had something right now, and it's just sad. I know somebody who said his girl attacked him and he called the cops on the chick. You know what the cops did?
Arrested him.
They pushed him out the way. Where's she at? What's the problem, man? What's the problem, man?
Wow.
He right there. He called the cops on her. The cops went right in, pushed him right out the way. What's the matter, man? Anything? You okay? Everything all right?
Mm-hmm.
You want us to handcuff him, shoot him, kill him, and whatever? Just let us know.
That's crazy.
You. I didn't say that, but I'm just saying. Come on, this is sad. But read it.
Yeah.
Cap Jones, shout out to Cap Jones.
Cap Jones says, this is a byproduct of a selfish society that so many individuals that are unable to accept not getting exactly what they want. Hey. No reason for this.
Hey, love that. Shout out to you did it rap for. No, for real, man. This is, Pac-Man said this new generation. It's crazy. These
because it's not about Pac-Man anymore.
They call them modern.
In this society, it's about Mrs. Pac-Man.
That's right.
Oh, Lord.
That's right. With her purse. And she hits up there, starting most of the fights. Look, it's real. And then because the gun probably was for somebody, intruders.
Oh, God.
Strangers.
What an idiot. What an
Strangers.
idiot.
Y'all hear something. I hear something downstairs, baby. You do? Well, let me get the gun. I'm going to take care.
Yeah.
Nah, she went like this. He's been hanging out late.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do, Mom? And she with her mother.
Right.
Yeah.
I know where it's at, Mama. Hold on. The mother's supposed to say, I don't want to make this light because this is a man's life, yo. But the mother's supposed to have said, yo, you're tripping. Give me the gun. No, y'all woke me up all years. Yeah.
She told me that.
Yeah. Oh, Shay.
So
you woke me up out of my sleep in my bedroom like that. What, you got the gun? Is it loaded? Go ahead. You go ahead and put him in check. Now she in jail.
Yep. And this is where again? This is where again? That's Mississippi. This is what they do with like uneducated areas, like areas like that, the South, Mississippi, like these areas where like it's okay to make stupid decisions like that.
A lot of inbreeding.
Yeah, she didn't put no consideration for the kids. The kids
I'm
have
not
no
saying
father.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I'm just saying, like, there's no parents for the kids now, right? The kids is all destroyed now. The family's all destroyed. This is what I even mean. Like, we need to have better strength in family. Like, she didn't even think about this. She just said, you know what? I'm worried about myself. Pow. That's crazy. That's a disorder. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's destroying us. It's destroying society. And it's sad. It's wicked.
Yo, what has 4 eyes and can't see?
Well, I can't see.
Mississippi.
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 Yeah, that's sad. That's sad. That's a good point. But,
Yo,
I mean, they're not even think. She didn't even think of
the children.
I'm sorry. We can't. That was premeditated. Point blank. Period. You know, that wasn't. That was planned.
We gotta stop. We gotta. Yeah, you're right about that, Napah. I mean, we gotta be better people. That's stupid. It's very smart, intelligent. You know? Oh, they talking about you, Sal. Shut up.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah, we have to do better. This is crazy because this thing is going on around the world right now with the lack of knowledge and lack of wisdom and understanding. This is what you get. And the government has pampered this type of behavior. That's all it is. It's bad behavior.
Oh,
Bad behavior. Let me say that into the mic. I'm going to get a gun and I'm going to handle this myself.
Hey, where's my mic? Speaking of mic, can you hear me okay?
We can.
Yeah, we hear you.
My microphone has been behind me.
Is what? Somebody said DJ Jack said it was hate driven. That's right.
Oh, wow. My mic was behind me the whole time. Why was I doing? What
You're on
in
the
the heck?
zone. You're doing an and one. I'll put the mic behind my back and I can still talk. You're doing great. You're doing great, Napah.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is hate driven. That's right. If the location is an illusion, how can we all have the same room right now? Well, there's some other stuff. Yeah, but that's real. Shout out to Cap Jones once again. But that's real, man. And I'm glad you brought this up, Napah, because this is something. You have something you want to say? Because I want to add on to whatever you say.
Right. And you know, we won't leave. We'll still cover more about the story, but I do want to relate this to, again, I keep saying the objectification. I'm a women's advocate, and all this stuff about Napah's a feminist. You're a fool to say that about me. I mean, shout out to my sisters I do have a couple sisters that I respect that are feminists, but I'm not a feminist. Why? I believe in a hierarchy of with a male leadership at the top. So the reason I'm saying this about myself with women is the balance is now we've advocated ourselves so far into the boy crisis. There's a boy crisis. Boys are neglected. Now we have objectification of men. Women have it down to a science to now, what does a woman do? Let me tell you why men are supposed to lead women. And we'll get back to the story, but let me tell you why men are supposed to lead women. That brother made some mistakes and he didn't lead, and rest in power to that beautiful man and his children, but he should have never gone back into that house with those 2 Wolverines. Never. He should have seen that as a death sentence. He knew it was. He said, I need a police escort. He should have never gone back in that house with those 2 Wolverines, the older Wolverine and the younger Wolverine. But let me go back to what I was going to say, why men are the true leaders. A woman has to objectify herself as a sex object in order to objectify a man sexually. Let me say it again. For a woman to objectify a man sexually, she first has to objectify her own self. She has to degrade and objectify her own self in order to objectify a man. Men don't have to, when men were, which they still, a lot of men still doing this, but when it was just a normal thing and accepted for men to objectify women sexually, you know, the Me Too movement that swept across the nation, when it was a normal thing for men to objectify women, Men didn't have to degrade themselves. They didn't have to put on thongs and twerk on the internet to get a woman sexually objectified. But women, they have to take all their clothes off and twerk and open their legs and talk dirty to objectify a man first. What does that say? You're not a leader. You're not a leader because you have to be a 304 to manipulate him and objectify him. Is it working? Yes, but you've already degraded yourself. So I want to point that out, that men are now objectified, lives of men are devalued, and we need to talk more about these 304s who have just gone off the charts. I mean, totally off the charts. It's not even sexy anymore. It's just garbage. It's garbage. Men, this is what I'm saying. Men are not animals. And then we have women out here saying, I'm for men, but you still play that sweet, innocent, sexual objectifier role. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hand this over to the brothers. Man. Talk on that. The women aren't leading anything. That when you're twerking and you get in all those inboxes and all those cash apps, you're still a 304. You had to degrade yourself to objectify him. So who's the real leader? You're not. You're not the real leader. Go ahead.
Well,
I mean, I was going to just interject real quick. I was going to say, like, that's due to a lot of single parent homes, right? Single women homes, majority, because like they don't really have much guidance on how to raise their child. They could nurture their child the most. You know what I mean? That's what y'all could do. But like in terms of like leading the family into a better structure, they don't do that. So a lot of times you get a lot of 304s because they don't know how to love themselves and love a man. They don't know how to do that. They don't get taught that structure. So they've already been taught society-wise to be very promiscuous and like, you know, sell their bodies to, you know, to please a man, but they don't know how to really love themselves and really hold frame.
I don't even think they're trying to even please men. They try to please themselves because they have they take off it's all about the, you know, looking at themselves and why they always do that? What's with this? With the lips.
That is the standard duck face.
The duck. Oh, that's what it's called, a duck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to say, I want to jump in. It's okay if women and men want to do selfies. I'm talking about opening your legs, playing the guitar with your tongue, and even when you don't show yourselves, I'm talking to you out there, you women who think you're slick, reposting stuff about how you want to find a man so you can go and do oral on him all day. I see you. You're disgusting.
Where are these girls at?
They're all over Instagram. Oh, this is what I want to be one day. I want to praise the penis. Why? I showed Priest. Why is and I'm talking about my black women out there, my sisters. Why are you, and brothers, why are you letting women object? The brother was standing and the woman was bowing before him, but she wasn't bowing to praise him. She was speaking to his private area. Oh, thank you for being so much there for me. And and anybody reposting that, you're the problem. Okay. Shots fired.
Listen, because D don't see what the problem is. Over sexual. D like, wait a minute, what is this at? No,
men are penises. Men are complex beings.
Yeah,
they're not sex objects.
Oh, we live in complex.
Right. We live in complex.
I'm gonna say that. Right. We're very simple creatures. Very simple.
Right.
No, but you're very simple as far as logical. But I'm saying you are not just sex objects. You're look at your minds. You're sentient beings. You're sapiosexual. Men actually like women with brains. Yeah, of course a man's gonna look at your booty and if you spread your legs open, but then he's not interested in you, really. He's not. Does that mean you can't be a sexual woman? I'm very pro sensuality, but why are you on the internet always bragging about doing oral? What's that about? Well, you think you're the only one with the mouth and a throat?
And that's why a lot of girls get played by different guys. They get played that way. So you know, they will over sexualize themselves, and the guy that will find them will be the guy that will play them, and that's the facts. You know what I mean? They will reject the guy that probably will treat them well, right? But the guy that like will use them for the sex object that they are, right? They showing their bodies, they saying all these type of things. They're gonna get played, and that's the real truth about the game. You know what I mean? They do it to themselves most of the time. You know what I mean? It's not like nobody's manipulating them into anything. They make that decision for themselves.
Thank you.
You see it out there. But they're off the hook right now. They don't even care.
Yeah.
They twerk. I mean, there's a twerk outbreak every. For real. It was one every car jam. I want to say every we was on the rooftop, and we could have counted down. You know, I mean, if you throw on that anything you up a little up tempo, you could imagine
Tootsie Roll.
You could put on Tootsie Roll.
That's the song to play.
Yeah, Tootsie Roll.
Right.
That sparks off. I mean, it's just like a whole thing that's going down. Over-sexualize, it desexualizes. I mean, not just for the young person, but then they over-sexualize things and they take out the fun and out the love and joy. You know, there's people today that's even scared to kiss in the mouth, but they're kissing you everywhere else. And that's a problem. That's a problem. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's real because everything is like over-sexualized. It's all on the TV, and now the women is all out of control because they have this power that the government gives them to just, you know, I don't care. I mean, I'm all about self-empowerment, self-improvement. There's nothing wrong with that. It's when you go overboard. And with the 403s, 304s, my bad. 304s, carry the one, put the, what's the name in there? You can round it off to the nearest thirds. I don't care what you do with the 304. They're off the hook right now because everybody's out of control. You know how Martin said, hey, this whole courtroom's out of control. He's out of control. She's out of control. And it's King Genocide, right? He says, I'm afraid, yo. It is scary out there. That's why you gotta, I need $3 or $4 million. No, but it is kind of crazy out there. My neck, my back.
Yeah, that was back. That song came out when there was still.
Well, she's on point now. I like her though. She be on point about positivity now. But they, you know, everyone's here to improve. You know what I mean? To improve as. Have you ever heard? That's not Trina. Come on. My neck, my back. She be dropping knowledge now. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you could grow up out of that. I don't mean to, you know, this is just going out because you did songs that were put out back then. You know, look at Reverend Run, you know, people, Al Green. Al Green, you know, if he should be in the streets or, you know, sleeping with somebody. Oh, and then you go back to Jesus later on. Yeah, man, the great Reverend Al Green.
You know, Too Short was trying to be conscious for a second, but he said that there was an industry-wide plot to shut down conscious hip-hop.
Oh, definitely. You know that. They don't want nobody with any type of knowledge, any type of thing that you spit out of your mouth that's have knowledge. They go, oh, what's that?
They were like, not Too Short. We want you to stick to what you're doing.
Yeah.
They like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, people like ignorance. That's why most times you go.
What's his favorite word?
Exactly.
The B word.
That's the frequency that sells records. That's how they know. Do you know what I'm saying?
But then, yeah, exactly. That's why it's imperative.
But that's why your audience is special.
Yeah, y'all special, man.
They know the difference between conscious and unconscious music.
But there's a lot of people out there that's phony too. They be out there. And I'm just going to keep it real. This is where if you look up narcissists and you look up, they hang around certain areas where they know you're going to be at. They might come in with sandals. They might come in with the juice like this and stuff like that, just to pull you in. And this is deep. This is going into deep archaeology because they got all type of realms that they get into just to manipulate you and get you off point. But the thing about it, for the real people who out there who's into knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and gathering that, and to grow as a person, That right there is golden. You know, I would give up anything just to be by myself sometime. You know what I mean? Just to take that walk in the woods where you can, because nobody really knows you. You getting in touch with yourself. So loners out there, and I'm not talking about being with someone. I'm talking about taking that walk by yourself and meditating. You know, when you take a walk, you can meditate. Find out who you are. You know what I mean? Revisit yourself. Renew yourself every 26,000 years. I thought I was going to say that, but renew yourself. That's a good thing because you get to, get that caterpillar upliftment, that butterfly effect. You coming from the ground up, and you changing forms. You changing forms, and it's good. You only could do that when you start noticing yourself.
Right.
The caterpillar is in the cocoon.
Yes, that's good. That's very good advice. Talking about know yourself. I want to talk to the men, if you don't mind, specifically to brothers.
Exactly. And then we got to move on. There's been a great build you've been doing. Go ahead.
Right. I would be remiss if I left this part out. Porn is out there, but there's a new type of a sexual addiction, which is men being addicted to cruising Instagram and TikTok because there's so much sex out there. I mean, there's everything. And plus, unlike porn, you can actually reach out to these people and say, hey, go in their DMs. And these women are waiting for you, brothers, to come in their DMs so you're just victims. You see this lady blew her own husband's brains out. You think that these women who are on the internet advertising sex, they're waiting to run your pockets and kill you. I'm telling you the truth. This is a red alert.
The sex bots.
Yes, sex bots and real so-called Instagram models. So you got to start disciplining yourself. And I'm a woman. Every woman that has an Instagram or any type of account, men are in your DMs all the time. I don't even click on it. Not that I think the brothers are, I don't click on it. You know why? Because I know these brothers are probably, not all my brothers, but probably looking for love, looking for companionship. And I don't even want to go there and play with anybody's head, So you gotta, brothers, stay out of these hoes. Stay out of these 304 inbox. They're laughing at you. They get together. They say, look who CashApp me. Oh, here's this other one. They're just running. It's just a new way, like a new addiction that brothers are getting, and they're cruising. Stay off these hookers, Instagrams. Save your life. Save your life, please.
Yeah, that's because there's a lot of. No, that's good. That was a great point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I want to interject on this.
Yeah, please.
There's a lot of sexually frustrated men out there. Yeah. They gotta learn how to hold themselves and have some restraint. You know what I mean?
Drop the bomb.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. You know what I mean? Like, because a lot of men out here not having sex, and that's the real truth about it. So they over here trying to reach out to DMs, and sometimes they have no shot.
Hey, baby.
Yes, and these girls are counting on it. This is their money. That's how they get their money. That's how they have the skulls hanging around their waistband. They got you.
Hey, the pod just made the game hot. She got Instagram. 304's on fire right now. They trying to
leave them alone. Go ahead, Priest. Leave these hoes alone. Leave them alone before you end up with your brains blown out.
I'm going to drop bombs.
In front of your children.
I'm going to drop bombs to that. That's what Cap Jones said. What you did, Paul, that's great. I was just joking when you said you got them hot. What I'm saying, you got the, I just said you got the block piping hot. You walking through it like, no, don't let her over here because she revealing everything. But that's the truth.
She messing with my money. She messing with my money.
Hey, but let me tell you something. That's good jewels for young brothers and even the old OGs too. We have to start smarting up because we start giving in to them, and they, it's a dollars away, Yeah, out there hustling. Hey, you know what I mean? I know that IG, but that IG keep you distracted from growing. You know what I mean? We look at other. There's IGs on there just like Hearth. You know what I mean? There's something to get your mind, uplift your mind and stuff like that. Or you can, you be with your woman. You know what I mean? You with your woman, or your woman you with the male. But they out there, man. It is crazy, man. But that's a great knowledge that you just dropped, and you made the block. Hold up, the Instagram.
Oh, wait, I want to just add one more thing. Yeah. And by the way, see these, they're smart. They say, oh, okay, go back to whole patrol, go back to whole headquarters. She's telling our game, we need to switch it up. Now we're gonna pretend we're conscious and feminine. I repeat, we're conscious and feminine. You can still. Now we're gonna talk about yonis, and we're gonna talk about how to suck the lingam. But we're going to pretend that we got dreadlocks and afros, but we will not stop being hoes. We're just going to pretend we're conscious. See, this is what they do. They say, oh, the brothers don't like the weave. The brothers don't like the makeup. Take off the eyelashes, ladies. Just put some Vaseline on your face and talk about, oh, I'm so conscious. But still talk about penises. Still do that, because you have to still keep that whole element, because we got to hook them somehow, because we don't have brains. We don't have any brain. We don't have any intelligence. And that's all men are. This is how they think. They said that's all men are. All they want is we could get them with sex. So watch out for the ones who pretend to be conscious. Watch out for the coaches and the goddesses and the prophetesses. They're the ones who are. If you hear a woman sitting on the internet saying anything about penises, block her. Block her. Block her. That's all she. If she's talking about somebody, if she's talking about a man's penis on the internet, she's had at least 5 or 6 penises in her face for the whole week. I'm talking real for you right now. She has not, and I'm embarrassed to even say penis, but I'm talking to adults. She doesn't care. It's nothing to her. She'll send you anything, and I'm not talking about people with revenge porn. I'm talking about women who will freely send you anything you want to see, and sit up there and talk about I'm peaceful, and no, you're just you're a conscious 304.
Yeah.
You're thirst trapping in a real way. You're trying to get that bag. You're trying to get that. You're not, ladies, and this is to my sisters. If you think it's right to sit on the internet and spread your legs talking about you doing exercises, you're not getting a husband like that, boo. You're not. You're gonna get a bunch of heartache, and you're gonna be used up. So there, I had to go in. All right, now. Somebody said stop, you know what, blocking.
Which one you gonna show? You want to show?
Somebody said stop, you know what, blocking the pot. I'm trying to help. We saw the brother get his brains blown out. I'm trying to save some lives.
Hey,
okay.
Don't be going for everything. You gonna put that up there? You gonna, AD? Oh,
okay.
But we had some examples, but you can't be going for everything. And take some of these threats serious. The girl gonna tell you, you know what I mean? You just watch. You just wait here. You know what I mean? You just wait here. Watch what happens. Give me a sec. You brothers be taking these sisters like they be saying that. You know what I mean? I'll be right back. You just sit right here. You brothers, you never know. Mm. She come back with the 4-5. The rat already shoot. You sit up there. I don't just mean a joke, but this is real.
It's real. It's real.
You talking about
Priest, don't forget about the honey traps, y'all. The one who this is for the older guys. The older guys who think you got a pretty young thing, and then she brings her boyfriend in to shoot you up, and they take your stuff. Y'all better stop playing with these women. They're crazy. They are psycho. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's real. It's real.
And on that note, man. Yo, listen. And don't be on IG, man. Yo, a lot of guys, stop selling yourselves on IG in the DMs. Y'all talking about y'all want to eat something. Don't say that to them. Right. That's not a real game. Right. That's just you selling yourself short right there. Just stay focused on yourself and stay true to focus, purpose and stuff like that. Cause there's too many stories I hear where y'all guys are just selling yourselves short, and then it's weakening the girls' minds more and more. Crazy.
Yeah.
Especially modern day girls. Modern day girls is crazy.
And we're hearing from a 26-year-old, young, attractive, intelligent man. If your brothers, come on, don't do it. And there are some brothers out there who are incels.
Keep your eye.
You got to train yourself. Get up from behind the computer. Go do something. Work out, right?
Get up. Do something with yourself. No, you can't be sitting there. Get up off of that thing. Where's that, Lee? Man, then you got to get up and do something with yourself. You're right about that. That's serious. Man, I love that. Yo, this has been a great episode. Napah, you brought that energy. You brought that.
And so did Solomon and you.
Thank you. You brought that light. But I got to get out here early, so I want to get ready.
Oh, wait. Can I say one more thing, please?
Yeah, please.
Because I thought of AD and where he works. Listen, and I know the working girls are appreciating what I'm saying because they're out there working. They're working.
Hold on, Napah. Could I cut in?
Yeah.
Well, AD girls, at least they work and they know that you're talking about people that's deceiving.
Do you want to lap dance?
Right.
That's
I know
what
what you
I'm
mean.
That's what I was about to say.
Right.
These women are doing work. They're getting up, going to work, and then they got these Instagram magic women. Oh, let me put my filter on and twerk, show a little twerk, and I'll get a bag. They're cutting into the business of not just the ladies at the club. Let's talk about they're reducing the rates for the 304s, the prostitutes.
Whoa. You got Instagram on fire right now. Now you go.
I gotta keep it a buck.
Now you got the streets.
No pun intended. I gotta keep it a buck.
Hot.
Okay, think about this. A real professional prostitute. I'm talking real. See, I'm not being rude. I'm talking facts. She's doing her thing. She's got a 304 on Instagram, getting $35 cash apps. So now she can't even charge $100 anymore. She has to charge $40 because there's so many 304s on the internet getting $35. He's like, why would I come to you? I can just go to an IG 304. And so she's like, dang, they're reducing they're messing with the market. I'm telling you. Anyway, y'all, I'm just playing in that last part, but you got
you put the fire. They might come. Oh man, Napah, we got your back. You don't bought them down. You got them on.
No, I was being cheeky on the last thing because you shouldn't be selling your body. But these 304s, we have 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds watching their mama do it, then they're gonna do it. It's like, stop looking at these women on the Instagram. You can look at women all you want, but stop DMing like what Solomon said. Solomon said it best. You don't have to listen to me. I'm a woman. Solomon, he said, you playing yourself. Say it again, Solomon. You look like a clown, right?
Yo, man, stop talking about you want to eat something, lick something. You know what I mean? As your opening bar to the girl. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, a lot of guys sell themselves short.
Yeah.
Look crazy out there, man.
All right, so I'm done.
That's how they started. No more what's your name, what's your sign, while they push up from behind it.
Oh man. I be hearing some crazy things sometimes from women.
Yeah.
Damn. Yo, man. It was on fire tonight. Not only it was on fire. Like, the streets, it's not the same on IG now. Oh, man, they running and ducking. They're like, oh, I hope that wasn't me.
We got a super chat.
Oh, my God. I'm not 55. First off, I look cool. Oh, you talking about me? You're talking about
my name Mercedes.
Oh, no, because somebody said something about 55.
What's
yeah,
55?
There's old ladies on there. There's old ladies on there doing it, too.
Oh, yeah,
the grannies are on there.
Okay.
There are old ladies on there doing it too.
Oh, you talking about gilfs?
Because that's where the money is. That's where they know all the tricks, all the simps, all the incels. That's where the money is.
There's gilfs, and you talk about the gilfs. Those are the great grandma. They're all twerking. I told you the twerking outbreak is serious, yo. It's contagious. If you go to a little bit, AD knows he controls that he knows how to play that music. Exactly. They twerk in front of McDonald's. They twerking in the streets everywhere, and it's not.
Yeah, it's a different kind of Happy Meal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Happy ending meal. No, excuse me. I want to be a lady. I shouldn't have said that. But yeah. No, it's okay. Eye to eye. I was laughing because people are on the internet always talk about stuff about me. But yeah. Anyway, so thank you for let's go to getting serious. Though the brother got his life taken because of the same energy that's going on at IG. Nobody cares about the men anymore. Nobody cares about the brothers' lives. Nobody cares about the man's mind. Be careful of those ones who pretend they care about the men's minds. They think they're smart.
That's right.
They're gonna send you. They're gonna be right in you. The minute you say, "Oh, you're so intelligent," they're gonna be sending you all kinds of personal pornos you don't even ask for.
Right. Indeed. No. Hey, that's real talk. Go ahead, AD. We got one more super chat.
Yeah.
Napah, you finished?
I'm done. Thank you. And
beautiful.
that's for my brothers because I have a son. I have brothers. Solomon's he's level-headed. You brothers here in the Podcraft already know. This is really for the rest of the world. Look, we just had a man get his brains blown out by his wife, and it's because women don't care. They objectify and they devalue the lives of men. And when a woman is on the Instagram with her legs wide open and you go in her DM, she doesn't value. Remember, men are leaders because if they were real leaders, these women, they think they're leading you with that. If they were real leaders, they wouldn't have to take their panties off to objectify you. If they were real leaders. No one should be objectified anyway, but they're not leaders. They're sisters do better, by the way. So yeah, thanks for you. This is what you wanted me to talk about, though. Don't leave me out here. Don't leave me hanging out here.
No, definitely. I definitely want you to. No, I definitely want you to go in. I want you to go in about these subjects because it's definitely needed in our hood for us to be, and our people, and just people in general, not just Black. This is white. This is everybody. This is Puerto Rican, Latin America, all around. We need to start. We need to start elevating everything, elevating our thought process. We need to get back into real love. Mary J. Blige, shout out. We need to get back into just ourselves and becoming better for the next generation, and make the earth happy. You know, the time when the earth was happy is when we all was in the house and all the animals came out. We wasn't polluting the street. We wasn't making, you know what I mean? The smog went down. More fishes was in the sea because we chilled out. And the moons told us. You know what I mean? Shout out to my native. The moon, you look up to the moon. Our moon, where's my man at? A tomb. You look up to the moon, and the moon gave us signs, seasons for signs and stuff. Told us to stay in the house, and we stayed there, and then the world flourished. But
yes, sir.
That daggone. They get online, the seasons run out, and then Instagram said, "Let's go."
No, and I'm not saying brothers can't love sexy women.
2 phones, one for the plug. What was that?
One for the plug.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, brothers, you could love sexy women, but these women aren't. This is garbage cans out there now. Garbage can.
Well, you got the IG 304s sites on Blaze. 100%. Let's give a shout out for that.
Yeah.
And these streets are on Blaze. No, that's good though, because we need to thank you for that knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And I wanted you to talk about that. So this is what we talk about, and we build before we come on the show. You know what I'm saying? We never know how we're going to do it, deliver it, but we will. And we'll build afterwards.
I wish that lady doing the stretching, just to give people a. Do you have that? I want the people to see what I'm talking about.
I sent it to you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
AD, show them. Why are you at the gym doing this? Why?
I'm getting curious.
And why are you putting it on Instagram?
I'll show you. I'll show it to you.
What are we talking about?
Well, I'm gonna show it. I sent this.
This is what we're doing.
Crazy, man. It's crazy.
Like, what? And these are the ones. These are ones I said you really got to be careful. Oh, I'm just stretching. I'm doing. Oh, do you want me to? I'll show you how to stretch.
Yeah.
No, you're not just stretching. You're not just.
I just sent it to you. Go ahead.
Let me say, yo.
Now you're going to the gym. You're trying to work out. You're trying to, get your stuff on. You're trying to lose a little
Well,
weight.
they also know that where attention goes, energy flows.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
And attention itself is a currency. That's
There you go.
That's why you have to pay it. You pay.
Come on.
You pay someone attention.
Oh, that's a bomb right
it's
there.
It's a currency. You know what I'm saying? If they don't have your cash yet, they want at least your attention. You know what I'm saying? That's why they go on stage. Pay attention.
Pay attention. Pay attention. That's where that came from.
That's right. Attention is currency. Pay attention. Yes. Get your energy.
That's why we as guys, we need to be careful who we pay our attention to, because that is energy.
That's facts.
Right?
Yeah. You give your energy to anybody.
Yeah. Be very selective. I have a list.
I mean, you place people in certain categories. That's how it goes.
Yeah, organization is key.
Yeah, that's certain girls go in a certain category for me once they show me something I don't like or disapprove of. I place them somewhere. And then they probably never gonna get out of there.
The 304 file.
I mean, you could put in that file. You get put in that file. There's no coming out. You're not gonna be a wife.
Yes, that's right. Bombs, all bombs all around.
True.
So remember, sometimes they do this, what we're about to see. They think men are so dumb. So they can say, what do you mean? I was just stretching. I'm so deep and I'm so young. No pun intended. I'm just trying to stretch. That's all I'm doing. I'm just stretching, y'all. I'm getting my workout on.
Wow.
Y'all are just mad that I can stretch.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
What's wrong?
Well, this got to be doing some kind of technique.
This is
for the pelvic stretch.
No.
You know what I'm saying? She's getting ready for a different kind of Olympics. This one.
This is like, why, sis?
Look what the caption say. What is this training for?
Oh, I'm just stretching. I don't know why you guys are attacking me. You're jealous.
Wow.
I don't know why you're mad. I'm just stretching in the gym. I'm a deep thinker.
Maybe this helps on when she does like certain type of Olympic stuff. What's the gymnastics?
No, she's just stretching her glutes.
She could be preparing for something.
Yeah, something, like
Jimmy B said looks painful.
Her boyfriend coming home.
Yeah, exactly.
She's gonna be ready for this one.
Yeah, she's definitely
ready
for something.
And then look at her face like, what are you guys looking at? I'm just stretching.
I'm
a coach.
I'm
coaching you on how to stretch.
She put plates on it though.
I know.
Wow.
That's not just a stretch. That's just
That's a stretch.
Wow.
More than yawning.
Well, you can tell she got some talents though.
Yeah, she's trying to.
Oh yeah, I'm sure everybody except for her man. I mean, this isn't like somebody took this from her and it was private. She said, "Y'all come film me."
Because they want attention.
Damn, that's 90 pounds.
Yeah, she wants it, and all attention is around her.
Amazing.
And you can't even get a good 10 set in before you turn.
Holy shit!
You may be up to 7. You look to the side.
Yo,
like, what the hell? Hold on, you dropping the weights and everything.
Oh my God!
Oh no, everybody else is around.
Oh no, I can't walk in.
I just realized this was a loop. I thought she was just doing another set.
Nah, it's a loop.
I was like,
no.
Yeah,
no,
she like.
This is a funny thing.
Put the weights right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, put the weights right on my crotch, so they'll know I can take all the weight.
She's like, spot me.
Man, this is good.
Spot me, Susan.
Wow.
I want everybody to. I don't just want my husband to know. I want all the world to know that I have this talent.
Yeah.
Because this is what I need everybody to know.
Got the 40 on top. Exactly. Pressure. I'm in here just to show my. What's the wrong way? Everybody looking at me like that for?
Yeah.
Yo, good.
No, I don't have a problem with tight clothes. See, that's the thing. I don't think women should oppress themselves. Let me tell you what I say. It's a lady. You could be out there on the beach in a bikini with a string bikini. You have to know how you carry yourself.
King said those legs go back though.
Yes, they do. They do go back. Go back. But who's gonna marry that? Somebody will marry her and then get shot. Then he'll get shot 4 children later.
Yes.
The link to her OnlyFans is probably in the description.
Yeah.
Man,
Napah,
you dropped it, man. Yo, shout out to the great Napah Shadah, man. That was dope. Yeah, man. We had Can we move on? Can we move on?
Yeah, we're moving on
I'm
now.
trying to get up. We gotta bring this type of knowledge and this type of energy back. I love the energy. The energy's up in the air. Make sure y'all hit that like and that super chat. And Nepal's gonna be doing debates. She ready to take on some debates. And we'll host them, man. We'll host them. It'll be lovely. I'm not gonna read some crazy in the chat room.
We got a couple of super chats.
Oh yeah, let's go to the super chats before we do it.
Cap Jones says our society leverages manipulation at every level. This is a situation that was built on manipulation at its foundation.
Hey.
You can tell by the dialogue.
Hey,
Shout out to Cap Jones.
yeah, Royal Priesthood for life.
Camille Allah says, peace, A Dizzle, Young Solomon, Napah Shadah, KP, CMOS. What if you're allergic to shrimp, lobster, and crab shell fish? Y'all still got more of that purple stuff?
Ooh, what's that purple stuff?
I mean, I got a different type of purple stuff. I don't think that's what he's talking about.
Hey, you doing good tonight, AD?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's cutting edge.
Yeah, Garden 2 time. Shout out to Voltage in the building. Let's do it. It's a gymnast. That's all. James Dell.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastiness.
Yeah, gymnasty. Oh, y'all stupid.
She getting gymnasty in this one.
I'm a
I
gymnast.
love it. Gymnasty.
You know
Gymnasty.
what? And the sad part is, with the love for her, she's a beautiful sister. Like,
Oh,
why?
man.
What are you doing? Why? Why are you
Yeah.
doing that?
Yeah, they coming through. For real.
What
Girl,
is
you better
that?
stop hating on me.
She trying to
Shit, what is that?
She's trying to stretch the imagination. Oh my goodness.
Jazz is like
Somebody
Jello
says-
pudding.
All right, can we move on?
Yeah.
We good with this?
Yeah, that was good. I
That
just
was
wanted
great.
to say.
Ceaseless is laughing. Ceaseless one. Welcome to Gymnasty. Yeah, that was the funniest one. I love it. Gymnasty.
Gymnastian.
Yo, we gotta do that as a episode spot. All right, so I gotta get up out of here. So let's get to the music.
Yeah.
AD. Nepal, you sticking around for this, right?
Of course, I love the
Hey,
music.
All right, let's do it.
Hold on.
Much love to everybody. My
Yo,
sisters
and
out
great
there.
build tonight, Nepal. I love it. It was great.
Thank you.
Show a lot of composure and it's dope.
Don't forget, speaking of which, you guys have an update.
Well, you know, you're an expert at this. Come on. I'm just trying to say things that sound cool right now. Showed a lot of composure.
Aurora Borealis said her legs stuck in weights.
Huh?
I know, Aurora. Some things you can't. I know.
No, the part I want to know how she got up out of there. It's like,
Somebody helped her. Whoever's filming her homegirl.
Somebody was spotting her.
no,
'Cause
nobody
you know
can-
a guy-
you need
a guy
a guy to
didn't
lift them
film
weights like that.
No man played himself and filmed her doing that. That's a girlfriend of hers.
No doubt. All right. Let's move.
All right, it is time for a segment we call Song Promotion.
Right here. You going right there?
Song promotions.
They see me leaving?
No, not yet, not yet.
Hey. Ooh. Too slow. All right. Yeah. So let's go. Coming up first to the show, you already know. Hold on, I'm just stalling. We got some amazing submissions today. First off, we're going to start with DJ Aurora Borealis from the holy city of New York. Name of the song is Biocage, produced by Unique Beats.
All right.
Let's go. Please stand by.
Yo, yo.
Any second now.
That's what I was born at.
Oh yeah, where's Knowledge Book?
I can't even hear it.
Oh, hold on. Sorry, it's buffering.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna restart it. Here comes Knowledge. Oh man, that's weird. All right. Cool. So that was Aurora Borealis on behalf of Unique Beatmaker. I know that's probably wasn't a track that Aurora produced, but I mean it was all right. I wasn't really blown away by it and everything. So I know the guy who made it isn't even listening.
Mm-hmm.
But the sample at first had me hooked. I thought the sample was going to drop at a certain spot, and it didn't. It was something a little bit more. I mean, I guess I'd say unique. But it didn't make me, react the way I would want to react. Do you know what I mean? I want to make like a smug face. You know what I'm saying? I want to be, like, ugh, like
Right,
this is
right.
hard. You know what I mean? But I didn't get that feeling and everything. But it wasn't bad. I just I think it could be different.
Yeah, it was a very cool beat. I mean, it was very simple. I could tell it's like, so you make this in like an app or something? Like this is like, was that engineered or?
I don't know. It was by someone else named Unique Beatmaker.
Okay. So I couldn't tell if it was made in the studio or not, but I mean, I thought it was dope. I mean, you could obviously anybody could write to that. It was a very calm beat. It was simple. Yeah, I think that's how I looked at it. That's all I gotta say for that. It was cool though.
Right. I love the sample, like you said in the beginning. I don't know what that was, like if it was classical music or from like an older movie or whatever, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I always love Aurora Borealis's submissions, but that did seem a little different, right? Because doesn't Aurora do a little bit more unconventional stuff? That would seem a little bit more tame. So, but I liked it enough.
Priest said he agrees. All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, he said it was like regular. There was nothing to it. He liked it.
Yeah, shout out Aurora Borealis.
All right, knowledge.
Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Peace.
All right, yeah. Peace, Silo. You know what I'm saying? Gym Star, Napah Shadah with the Gym Star. You always coming through with the Gym Star. You see what I'm saying? Peace to the crowd, peace AD, Architect D, and the God Soul. The chai ant over there. Killah Priest. You know what I'm saying?
My dad said peace.
This
Yo.
was
Yo.
I mean, the producer lived up to his name, or his or her name. They said unique. It's unique. You see what I'm saying? So I agree with Napah when, Aurora has those unconventional beats. This is unique. You see what I'm saying? Caught it in his own time. Bass, it kind of had like the clock radio speaker sound in the back. That the homograph, homophones, type of situation going on. So the sound unique. It sound dated. You know what I'm saying? It sound like it used a different part, or she used a different part of her mind in the sound production.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Next, now we got a track here from Cap Jones, from the Real World. Name of the song is Queen the Fourth. He says, "Peace to the craft. This one is an old one off my album Haunted Mansion, dedicated to my grandma who just transitioned into life after life. God bless."
Bless.
All right, here we go.
Condolences.
Mm-hmm.
When it's over, I want to say, all my life, I was a bride married to amazement. I was the bridegroom taking the world into my arms. When it's over, I don't want to wonder if I have made my life something particular and real. I don't want to find myself sighing and frightened or full of argument. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world.
My whole life has been painfully obvious. That life is painful, the struggle is never stopping. Let me start from the beginning. God made man, man met woman, the two went hand in hand. Together they traveled the land searching for dreams that they were guaranteed by sitcoms on TVs. The family's tied, all was well, college degrees hung on the wall like a holiday wreath. Soon woman was with child and you wouldn't believe how picturesque the scene was painted, and they would jot down names on a white notepad before sleep and dream about how great life was while counting sheep. See, they were dead broke, but their love created ease, and they pinched copper pennies to buy their blue jeans. All they needed was each other and child to be, and anything beyond was considered a luxury. Then tragedy struck and man fell to his knee, and what was thought to be the flu was really Legionnaire's disease. The hospital stay was short but not sweet, and man's now dead at the age of 23. Woman at the foot of his bed and begging, please God, why take the man that you graciously gave to me? But what's done is done, and woman is left all alone and fought through the trials of life all on her own. The child was born and brought back to an empty home where the memories of man haunted woman like a ghost, but she stayed strong and raised child, best life allowed. Found another man, even mothered the second child. Second man was there for a while and then he bowed out. Now the woman's all alone and just trying not to drown. First child, merely a man now, and he's doing what he can to take these burdens off the woman, cause he knows that her life has been a marathon, and all she's done is fucking wrestle with Leviathan. But somehow the woman always landed on her feet. She first and second child, man, they were thick as thieves. But year after year the woman squared off with the beast, and slowly her life force began to deplete. First and second child, they stood in disbelief, not knowing what to do with the champion growing weak. They pleaded and begged for her to keep fighting at least, but the woman was haunted by first man's memories. She got to the point where she couldn't sleep or eat, and at the sight of Leviathan all she could do was retreat. Not the same game-bred woman that she used to be, and she was only holding on for the sake of her family, and all she wanted was that sitcom life on TV. But instead she was made a gladiator, and the moral of the story is no matter who you are, you gotta face the moment hitting the tape at the end of the race. That moment in life when you lost pace and you have to pass the torch before you need to pass away. Well, I stand here ready to take it and say thanks and pray that you find peace in your final resting place. Second child and I remember you always and hold you in our hearts until we meet again someday.
A bride married to amazement.
Yeah, that was cool, yo. I liked it. Good mix. And Cap Jones got lyrics, he got bars. Sounds cool. Priest says loves Cap. Great fire. What you think?
I just want to say condolences to your grandmother. I know how that feels, and that's great that you put that dedication out there and had some representation in your art form. So that's dope. That's dope. But I like the song. Not much more to say. Cap Jones, shout outs.
Right, Solomon. Peace and my condolences to you as well, Cap Jones, for your loss, or actually the transition of your grandma. So the love is out there for you. Let's talk about this song. Oh my gosh, I loved it. First off, I heard some revelation, some of the revelation in there, the woman, the Leviathan, and then the beat was so awesome. That's the kind of rap I like. It reminds me of old school Public Enemy-ish kind of like Beastie Boys, Def Jam-ish kind of, but especially I love the snare, like the hi-hat or whatever that was. I think the hi-hat and that kind of, like I said, Public Enemy, I got that vibe because that siren in the back, it sounded really revolutionary to me. And your rapping was on point. I loved it. That was one of my favorite submissions. I loved it. Shout out to Cap Jones.
Nice. Knowledge.
It's the sun. Cat, man. I'm telling you. Yeah, I echo the sentiments about condolences. We know what it's like to lose in the physical and gain in the spiritual. The transition is rough. It's not an easy one. So as you rise, she rises. So she rises with you together. Y'all elevate and ascend together. And you got the right kind of spiritual mind and spiritual heart space to be able to translate and help her with her transition and your family as well. Because, you know, you lose an elder in your family, it's like losing a library, you know? So, you know, hold on, and it kind of echoes into, you know, where you go with the song as well. You see what I'm saying? Like, no matter what happens, like these things happen, but you can't lose you in the process. You know, you gain further insight and, you know, things in that space. It kind of gave me like the Black Girl Lost from Nas with the Blazer 50 story in the, you know, in the background. So if y'all familiar with those joints, they kind of come in with the story element, you know, that's kind of tumultuous, you know. So regardless of what we lose in the physical, you know, they say to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord. You see what I'm saying? So to remember those polarities and kind of keep them, you know, in that space. You know, salute Cap Jones.
I'm throwing a bomb on that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to get you your own little bomb maker over here. Get you your own sound effect machine.
Word.
See what I'm saying? You're gonna have a whole different types of bombs.
Oh yeah, right. We're gonna have different bombs. All right, cool. Like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Trying to get this next one up. Here we go. Let's see. No, let's go straight to. I got a couple to go. I got a few more to go through here. This next submission is gonna be from Danny Salinas. Yeah, you already know. Return of the Thoth.
Okay.
Let us return to the stunning information coming to us from 36,000 years ago in a hieroglyphic document called the Emerald Tablets. When they saw somebody coming down in a ship, it was a god, it was a cherubim, it was an angel. And today in our advanced race, anything like that, we would immediately say, this is some kind of alien.
Return of the thought, yes, return of the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night, all of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe, yeah, I wanna see it all. Yes, return of the thought, yes, return of the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night, all of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe, yeah, I wanna see it all. Yeah, I came here with the wisdom, a power of sound and rhythm. All of these tablets is emerald, I done unraveled the riddle. Different worlds with the dark lords, and we barely see the heavenborn. We was thrown up in the brainstorm, every day it's like a different war. Portals under the meridian, knocking off your equilibrium. Always did it, no beginningness. All the secrets I'm revealing them. Born again and then begin again. Akasha Records get another thing. I done seen a million Genesis. All these worlds I be going in. Return of the thought, yeah, it's return of the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night, all of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe, yeah, I wanna see it all. Yeah, it's return of the thought, yeah, it's return of the thought. Everyone's looking for light, but it's return to the thought. Communicate in the late night, all of these Jews in the vault. So much to see in this universe.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Fire. Donnie Arcade is always ill. Shout out to Shout out to who sent that? Danny Salinas for sending that.
Mm-hmm.
What you think?
All I want to see is fire emojis. Big flames.
My
Yeah, so
autoplay was on. Go ahead.
All right. No, it was dope. I guess we found our fourth Migos member, right?
Hey.
That's what it sounded like to me. Quavo had a little Quavo swag to it. I like it a lot. Yeah, it was trap. Yeah, trap music. That's definitely what it was, right? So, but it was conscious trap. I like that. It was dope.
Yeah, I felt that too. I thought it was like a kind of, what's it called? Not Future, but that type of rap with Quavo and Rest in Power to Take Off. Yeah, so I liked it. Shout out to Danny Salinas.
Mm-hmm.
My dad said untrap music. Yeah.
All right, Knowledge.
Yeah, that was a definite bop. You see that pendulum swing from one extreme to the next. Like I was bopping in the background. Like, wait a minute, I got to listen to what he's saying. You see what I'm saying? It's that new sound with the old to how the art form goes. You see what I'm saying? That new sound to how it's the old in the art form. Lyrically, and a positive message. You see what I'm saying? So that thought mind, that Tahuti mind, that thought mind, going back to that space and returning back into the deeper recesses. We thinking out here while we moving, so we're not just out here walking blind. So I really love that.
Yeah, we were
that
just
was Johnny
talking,
Arcade.
We were just talking about thoughts. Perfect.
Yeah, I mean, the music is always the soundtrack to what's happening. Yeah, I heard the double entendre, AD. I know you in the building. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we're just talking about thoughts here. So definitely, that's, Royal Priesthood and the visuals. I like the visuals, it puts you in that mind space like you at the concert. So it really shows you what's happening in your body and what's happening in your mind, a lot of activity going on.
True. All right. Coming up next, we got a track submission from bRAgadino. All right, let's go. When you get back, we got a track from bRAgadino who did a remix.
Oh, bRAgadino. Shout out to bRAgadino.
I just want to say thanks for all that you've given me. The love for a Killah Priest will always live in me, exist in me. He took away all of my misery. When it come to spitting, he is the epitome. I just want to say thanks for all that you've given me. The love for a Killah Priest will always live in me, exist in me. He took away all of my misery. When it come to spitting, he is the epitome. Shame and pity no longer lives in epitome. The best rapper of all time, he will forever be. I'm good at rapping, but he is light years ahead of me. I first heard about him in the penitentiary. I was 17 and knew he was the only one better than me. My friend said that Priest was the godfather of rap. Cannabis was the father and that Nas was the son. Next thing you know, Nas came out with God's son. Killah Priest, me and Nas know he was talking about him being the father of him. Nobody's godly as him. Pretty soon I'll have the whole world nodding to him, heads bobbing to him, and he'll be finally in. And everyone to see no one's as good at rhyming as him. And oh wait, did I mention I was signing with him? I'm honored then to be right there rhyming with him. We'll be a dynasty then, won't take a dollar from him. I just want to say thanks for all that you've given me. The love for a Killah Priest will always live in me, exist in me. He took away all of my misery. When it come to spitting, he is the epitome. I just want to say thanks for all that you've given me. The love for a Killah Priest will always live in me, exist in me. He took away all of my misery. When it come to spitting, he is the epitome. Matter of fact, $1 million we will finally spend. Always remember, I'm cold, it's fall to December, but KP is frozen when the snow falls in the winter. These rappers all sinners, eat them all up for dinner. Dicing real small, then in my mouth they fall from the blender. Then fall appetizer, chew up all of their fingers. KP's a dragon, I'm a dinosaur and carnivorous. But only when it come to rap, artists that's illiterate, I am great. But Killah Priest is flawless as a lyricist, I call it like it is. Martyrs in this bitch, you think me and him become icons when we get rich? No we always been stars. It's made up what the stars is made of. Bars of the Vedas, vibe as dark as Darth Vader. KP the God is a father and a savior. I just wanna say thanks for all that you gave us. You greater than them all, Nas, Biggie Smalls and Jada. I just wanna say thanks for all that you've given me. The love for Killah Priest will always live in me, exist in me. He took away all of my misery. When it come to spitting, he is the epitome. I just wanna say thanks for all that you've given me. The love for Killah Priest will always live in me, exist in me. He took away all of my misery. When it come to spitting, he is the epitome.
Yo, that was fire. That was fire.
That was fire. I gotta hand it to him on the chorus. I like the way he put that chorus out. I gotta hand it to him. You know what I'm saying? It's a unique hook, and it works. You know, Priest says he likes it. He can hear it. Priest says, you know, he's gonna give you a bomb. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. You know, I know my dad's music touches a lot of people, so you know, I definitely appreciate that love and everything that for my father. That was a dope song. That was a dope song. I liked it a lot. I liked the creativity of it and the with your vocals in the beginning. So that was dope. That was dope.
I was holding back tears of joy, and that was so beautiful. I could feel the love. Shout out to people like bRAgadino who really, truly, Priest has touched their lives, and it shows just from that song. So, and I liked it. Like AD said, it was a good hit. It was a good hook. So yeah, that was beautiful. I mean, words can't say enough how much I thought that was such a beautiful tribute and very catchy song. So shout out to you, bRAgadino.
Yeah. Knowledge born.
This is how you celebrate life. In life. With life. You normally only get these when somebody's gone. You can get it while you're here. You know what I mean? Like, I need that song on the side note. I need that song. That song is going in the Killah Entry. Definitely. There's no way without it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's going in the Killah Entry. Definitely. It gotta go in. Because you can't articulate that any better than the way he articulated it. In a hip-hop fashion, in a story fashion. And we were speaking about certain beats, you know, over the last couple of submissions where we like, okay, you know, this beat, somebody got to go crazy on it. So you hear the beat is calming and transcendental, like Priest's voice had you feeling, and then the lyrics is raw. You understand? Because some shots was fired. I agree with all of the shots. Damn, I agree with the shots. Priest, no, personally, I really, really agree with the shots, okay? The shots are very necessary, okay? So, yeah, in that way, with the love, where the love goes, you see what I'm saying? Like, authentically, in a truest sense. You know, you need them kind of people in your life to be a reminder for you, because, you know, you be doing a lot of creating and a lot of things happening. You never know how somebody feels until they tell you or they show you. So either way, believe them. So shout out to bRAgadino for doing that braggadociously. Okay? Braggadociously.
Yeah, Priest said he's one of the original royal priesthood.
I see why.
All right. So we got 2 grand finales today.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I know, I was surprised too. Let's
my
see.
hand over my heart.
No, not 2 grand finales.
2 grand finales. This is Zodiak with frankincense and MOOR.
MOOR.
Yeah, but he spelled it.
More. Yeah.
He spelled it
MOOR.
MOOR.
Oh, you better get it. You better get it, Zodiak. You about to blast.
Yo. He did a full-on video for the that was the contest submission, right? Knowledge Born? That's the one you were talking about.
Right.
Yo. And he premiered it right here on the show.
Uh-oh.
That's fire, man. Yo, he just put a lot of competition out there for those people trying
on Wednesday. On Wednesday.
Yo, and the video.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all already know that was fire.
Yeah.
You don't got to hear it from me. What you think?
Man, it's gonna look like some steep competition. That's all I gotta say. You feel me? Like, it was dope. You know what I mean? I got nothing much to say about that. You know, it looks like some competition out there, though. I ain't gonna lie. Watch out for that.
I loved it. It was fire, exciting, very, very high energy. So definitely, I love it. It was all that we expected from this brother. So shout out to Zodiak.
Yeah.
Do I got a few seconds? How many seconds I got? This is the it's the grand finale. You know what I mean? So I'll be trying to keep them brief so I can save a little time for something. I just said this is how an MC, talk. Every once in a while you gotta talk your shit. Like that wasn't a time to be the other Zodiak. That was the time to be Khalid. And Khalid showed up. If y'all don't know who Khalid is, Khalid Scientific, y'all just met a little bit of him. Like, that was a little drop in the bucket. Yesterday, Big L's album dropped 28 years ago, and so did Oh Dirty, 36 Chamber. Return to the 36 Chamber. So everybody knows Priest from Jizz's album. Y'all got to remember that Dirty's album came out before Jizz's album. Okay, so Priest was on 2 songs on that album. Snakes and what is it? Now you know or something. One he was on those 2 tracks. You see what I'm saying? 2 classic ass features. You see what I'm saying? So listening to Ka made me think about that. Like, oh shit, yeah. This is it. You know what I'm saying? Like Ka Zodiak, like the lost Wu member. You understand what I'm saying? He's like the lost Wu member. Well, Khalid Scientific like the lost Wu member. And he got some tracks with some Wu members too. You see what I'm saying? Including, Killah Priest. I heard it. So, Royal Priesthood has a lane all of its own. You see what I'm saying? It's dynamic, it's ill. And I just say I got $1,000 on Ka Zodiak against any motherfucker who submits for this contest. I got $1,000 cash against any motherfucker.
Yeah, it's not even fair anymore. That's not even fair.
Yeah. So the hell with everybody else. Ka Zodiak for the win.
About to be game over.
You said kiss the ring and kiss the pin. I'm good.
For sure. All right. So shout out to everybody who submitted that. The links to all of those submissions will be in the description. You all already know. If you want to be part of the next one, go to killerpriest.tv/song promo. Yeah. Links in description.
Song promotions. Are we done? Is that everybody?
Yeah, we're waiting for. I said for song promotions. Coming back in or what? All right. Priest wants to say peace out because you got to get out of here. You want to say goodbye? Why not? Well, you're technically already on camera behind me. You know what I'm saying?
All right. No doubt.
All right, and boom.
Peace to everyone. Oh, hold on. Love is light. Yo, peace to everybody. Yo, now it's born. Yeah. Acknowledgement of just pure talent is unmatched. You know what I'm saying? All the songs that was incredible, yo. Like I said, yo, Ka, that was incredible. Word. And one with the lyrics. I want to thank everybody who came out tonight. Napah, you went in tonight. You made the block. The IG streets is hot.
Now we have some angry 304s hiding behind accounts, trolling me. Sorry to mess with your bag.
Brother Glow Celeste one. Now it's born as always. Oh man, beautiful build and everything. Salo, you did great. Love it. Man, he was dropping the jewels, and AD always keeping the Podcraft afloat.
Yeah.
And the engineering is unmatched also. I want to thank everybody behind the scenes, everybody in the craft room, the craftsmen, And also the Rocketeers, you brought that back, Dallas Born. Yeah, word. No doubt. More tea. Yo, we're going to do this again Monday. It's going to be on. It's going to be on. Love and Light, we're going to start doing some other stuff. We're going to start putting things in brackets and, it's getting better and better. That's all. All right, I want to say, Broken Home, good looking. I see you in the building. Yeah, he said great artist tonight. Shout out to Broken Home Podcast in the building. We're about to do, man, Forest of the Happy Ever After coming soon.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Subscribe to the Patreon too, right, Chris?
Subscribe to the Patreon. We got some joints up there. A new one every week.
Every Sunday.
Right.
Freestyle Fridays too. Freestyle Friday.
Freestyle Friday. Oh yeah, you're gonna be on I Was Born, right?
Yeah. I told Lil Da Vinci.
Lil Da Vinci, I saw Lil Da Vinci last night with a twisted soul. Everybody was getting their drink on. Shout out to everybody out there. So it was great, man. One love.
Yeah, and I want to say, come over to my channel and subscribe to Napah Shadah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing some dual streaming from the Podcraft to my channel.
Hey, that's dope.
And some debates. We're going to be bringing some debates to y'all. So yeah, some good events coming.
I'm calling Lord Jamar. I need to see Lord Jamar against Napah Shadah with the flat earth.
Let's do it. Shout out to Lord Jamar.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I think that will be the greatest debate I ever seen in my life. That was like
Lord Jamal. That'll be hard. That'll be it.
Hard body.
That'll be it.
Virgo versus Gemini.
Oh yeah, that's Sewell.
Is he a Gemini?
He's a Virgo.
Oh,
that'll turn up. That'll turn up. All right, that'll definitely turn up.
Well, just as long as it's professional. I have respect for him from what I've seen him do. But yes, we will definitely get some debates going. Let's get some. I mean, the Podcraft is so deep. We gotta do some. Take it to a level of. We gotta bust some piñatas over here, y'all. Let's be serious. Y'all got a little emotional when I was getting them Yorkians, so whatever.
They hit me up too. They ready to come back. We're gonna put that on hold for a minute. I'll deal with that because it's gonna turn into. I don't know how it's gonna get down because Chuck and Tut. We're gonna set it off. It's gonna be Chuck and Tut called me up and said, "Let me out." I said, "Damn, oh man." But we gotta talk about that later, man. Word. Do your part. Get out. One love. Peace to everybody, and we out.
To the darkest minds of the light. Peace. Thank you.
Dear Colony. Yeah, you got me still on there? Dear Colony. I was about to rhyme with it too.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much.
Solo Jim.
Solomon, you did great. AD, you're awesome. Can I hear me?
Dear Colony.
Yes.
I am gone and do not follow me.
Bye.
I left no pheromones. I'm on a mission of my own. Where I'm going is alone. Give the queen my regards. What I seen last week was so hard, she left my heart permanently scarred. During 007 hours during the Operation Termite Mound, I was left there bound. There was no food or larvae around. Our battalion searched the whole grounds. I was sent there with our liberators and corporals for some detainees on some classification of some other insects. Unknown, if they detest, we made arrests. That same night, the platoon had to find rest, so we slept inside of abandoned trapdoor spider nest. The very next morning, who came in swarming with some trapjaws trying to fight our sect. The combat resulted in a few more deaths, but we sung our mantra. We are ants. We are ants. And the plants we must protect. During the daylight, we gorged on millions of parasites, cut in pieces so many bodies of mosquitoes larvae. We are the original army of the safari. We eat fly maggots, bed bug eggs, cockroach eggs. You should watch them, they crack like tacos on a tray. Our strong mandibles can crack bones and tear through flesh of insects and chew through tissue of any animal. We're the smallest but the strongest of the botanical. We are ants.
We are ants. Stare at the word giants and you'll see our name. During our march, we carry rocks, we carry leaves, we carry grains. Our body is armor. In our sector, we forge nectar. We'll give our lives to protect our base. Even if bears want our honey, ask the wood ass. We'll spray phoric acid in your face. And it's not difficult when we get to the edge of a lake. We connect at the head, we connect at the legs. And others climb on top of us. They connect at the head, they connect at the legs. Over and over, connect at the head, connect at the legs. Patches of ants going over the waves. Now I'm at the end of my days, so I'm writing this page. As my heart beats slower and the time comes nearer, I'm also telling my story to a ladybug and a caterpillar. The ant slowly turned towards the caterpillar and started to cry and said, though I had many blessings, only one I was denied. The caterpillar asked, what was that, old ant? The ant said, before I die, I wanted to stare eye to eye and talk to a butterfly.